Hello. It is now time for the midnight hour. Let me know if you're in. Today we are going to discuss IFC films, Echo Bridge, 80s films, horror, anything horror related. Just shoot the breeze. That's what we do, right? We just shoot the breeze. Looks like we don't have anybody in here yet, so I will just chill while we're waiting for those to come in. If you're just listening to the stream, I did put up a video showcasing the tiny amount of IFC films that I have. What up, Patrick? Welcome to the midnight hour, sir. Hope you and the Paladin had a great Sunday along with everybody else joining the stream. Greetings. What did you watch today, Patrick? Or did you have a sleep and chill day all day today, brother? I seen that Paladin was attacking you. Mamma Mia, here we go again. I know I've heard that song, but I've not seen the movie. For some background, I've got on Ernest Scared Stupid. It's pitch black. I've got one candle, and that's what we're rolling with tonight with one Coca-Cola Classic. I seen the Cheeto was in full Cheetah mode. He wanted you to get up out of bed. He wanted you to put cats back on, brother. Looks like we got 4 people in here. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Please comment. Let me know that you're here so I can see who you are, and let's have some fun. If it's Craig, if you're in here, you probably had a long day looking for Bigfoot. What up, Vince? Vince and Becky. Go check out their channel, Horror of Spice. If you're not already subscribed, go check out Have Cheatable View if you're not already subscribed. This live stream, we're going to always promote everybody if we can. Let's have a good time, just like everybody else does. That's what we're here to do. Oh, the story behind the Coke. My mother was a huge collector of Coca-Cola. So What up, Cody? Cody from H&S Collectibles is here. Cody, that's awesome to see you, man. Go subscribe to H&S Collectibles if you're not already subscribed, which I am sure that all of you are subscribed to Cody. So basically, getting back, Vince, to what I was saying is my mother used to collect Coke memorabilia, and I remember my grandparents coming over, and for Christmas morning, they'd always have like bottled Coke. Of course, that was a long time ago, right? So they'd have bottled Coke. Every morning, we'd have a Coca-Cola. Oh, what's up, man? Joe the Horror Man is here. What's up, Joe? I think all of you are subscribed to Joe the Horror Man. Kabuki, what's up, Kabuki? It's live tonight. We got a lot of people coming in tonight. There's 75 people in the stream. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you know what? I had to get there late because I work till 11:30 at night now. So if I'm late to the chats, it's nothing personal. My shift could change eventually to where I'll start being able to get to those chats earlier. I seen that, Joe. I was just checking out the Packers and Titans, and man, that's already gone way above any type of competitive game. Boy, the AFC playoffs are just way out there now. I mean, the Browns, they screwed the pooch today. Genome in the house. What's up, man? Who do you guys think is gonna go to the playoffs? Let's not go too far with the Super Bowl, but who do you guys think is gonna be in the final playoffs? Or let's do this. Who do you think is gonna win the AFC? Let's start with that. That's cool, Kabuki. Cody, I literally just did that today, yesterday. I'm finding duplicates that I didn't even know I had. I'm finding movies unopened. Yeah, Kansas City's got a pretty good chance to win the AFC. I mean, believe it or not, I think the sleeper is probably in the NFC going to be Tampa Bay. I honestly think Tampa Bay is the sleeper in the NFC. I think Tampa Bay has a really good chance. I mean, I was watching Aaron Rodgers tonight. Obviously, the Packers are extremely competitive. Um, but I think Tampa Bay really, really, I think they've gotten it all together because Tom Brady, he's learning the system, and when you're learning the system, essentially, that's whenever you get to your best. I think they finally put it all together. What are you talking about? The copyright cops kabuki? Oh, sweet, Vince. I can't remember what you told me you were going to get. What did you get? Did you get a bottle of hot sauce tattooed on your arm? You know what I told Vince, guys? I said if I won that last contest, I would take a swig out of the bottle of the hot sauce that he's going to be sending me. Hey, Martin, it's okay, brother. I'm glad you're here to join in for a minute, even if it's for 10 minutes. That's pretty cool, Vince. You'll have to put a picture up on Facebook or on YouTube. Show us. Yeah, Kabuki. I mean, generally, what the Slash Brothers do and other chats do is they'll watch a movie, they just won't put it on screen, and then what they'll do is they will comment together as they watch it and stuff. Keep the volume low. So I mean, we could always do that and watch a movie or whatever. I mean, sometime. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Jintochi? Did you guys all have a wonderful Christmas? Yeah, Felissa Rose is definitely stand up for sure. I have a friend that let her cut his ponytail off at one of the conventions. He had been growing it for like 20 years. I don't know if he donated it or whatnot, but he she cut it off for him and he filmed it. Yeah, guys, I know it's been a rough 2020. I mean, shit. You know all the shit that I've been through this year. I mean, even throwing aside the coronavirus, everybody's just having a heck of a time. You too, Nathan. That'd be a good idea, Martin. The Devil's Nightmare. Guys, what should Martin review on his next stream? Martin, throw out some ideas, buddy. Oh yeah, Kabuki. I'm sure that I could get away with Night of the Living Dead if we really wanted to watch that one on stream, but we all have like 7,000 copies of that. Not that it's a bad movie. I love it. I actually have a VHS of it in color. Martin, those are fantastic pickups. I love Heather's. In the Mouth of Madness is legendary. What else is in the public domain, Patrick? Do you know? I'm sure there's a lot. By the way, after this is off tonight, I'll be watching all of your guys' videos. Typically, what I do is I put everything into like a watch later playlist, and then I'll go back and I'll watch everybody's stuff. Because I like to watch stuff, to much as much of it as I can. Because the one thing I recommend if you guys have the means for it is YouTube Premium, and the reason is like if you want to be able to listen to something, but you maybe can't necessarily watch it all, but you still want to like show love and listen to it. YouTube Premium allow you to listen to the content while being or doing something else. Like I'll listen to your guys' videos while I'm watching a movie or something if it's boring. The way I can kind of like keep up with everybody's stuff. So YouTube Premium is a pretty solid out to be able to listen to content if you want to hear things where you're not missing out on anything. You said a 1950s wrestler, Kabuki? I wonder if that's WrestleManiac with Rey Mysterio, as in not Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio, the father of Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah, Cody, Event Horizon. I'm gonna get that one too. Martin, those are great titles. I've actually never seen the 50s version of Little Shop of Horrors. Have you guys seen that? Yes, Genome, 100% that film is public domain. I've seen that played locally on cable before, and it was on like a public access channel. Cody, they shot that in 3 days? Really? Wow, I did not know that. I really like the original, not the original because I've not seen it, but I really like the Little Shop of Horrors. For a musical, for me to enjoy it, it has to be like it has to catch me, you know. Um, like if it's a really bad or boring musical, I just can't get into it. I can't really think of anything bad that Jack Nicholson's ever done. I know that sounds terrible. Fiend, have you seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? That is a pretty solid title, David. Oh, was the original not a musical? I wasn't aware of that. I think you'll find Kabuki. Everybody in this chat loves just about everything. You have people here that like sci-fi. By the way, welcome Kabuki to the chat. He's kind of new to the community. We have people here that like sci-fi. We got people here that like horror. You're gonna find a mixed bag. Oh, Martin, you've never seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? We got to find a way to get you that, buddy. If I see a copy in the wild, I'll send it to you. Although I doubt it because I believe it's expensive. Not that that's the reason, but it might be hard to find too. I've never seen it either, Nate. I've only seen the one with Rick Moranis. That's right. Cody's right. Some of us like horror, sci-fi, and everything involved. I like it all. I mean, I would say sci-fi is secondary, maybe third in the genre of films I like. Kabuki, you'll find a lot. I like Cody and like a couple other people on here have some great sci-fi collections. It's phenomenal. Oh, Cody, what's making you think about doing that? Do you have any ideas yet? Yep, the cheetah. Patrick is a kaiju fan. We got a lot of kaiju fans as well here. That will be hard to see H&S collectibles go though. But Cody, you have such a variety on your channel though. So, you've got horror, you've got sci-fi, lots of collectibles, figures, records, LPs. It's kind of hard. to kind of decide that because I understand what you're saying. You know, what do you guys think about Cody's channel name? You have any ideas for him? I still collect trauma movies, Kabuki. I used to. I've met Uncle Lloyd several times at conventions, pictures and stuff. In fact, if I find one, I'll put it up on Instagram. All right, Martin. Take care, bro. Have a good night. Sleep well. Have a good day tomorrow. It's a good idea, David. So, I've never done this before. Does anybody want to jump in? Do I just send guest? How do I have someone come in? Could I just send something as a guest if somebody wants to jump in? I know some of you use StreamYard. This is just my second broadcast ever. I did one last week as kind of like a pilot. Have Cheetah will dwell. Yeah, no, I just copied the link now. Does anybody want to jump in? Okay. Do I send this link to you um like through IM or where do I send this to you? Okay, Dave. Uh okay. So Patrick, are you still wanting into? Okay. If you guys are on Instagram, I think I have most of you. I'm gonna send the links and you guys can jump in. Hold 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 up for just a few while you guys chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. By the way, if you guys have any good jokes, throw them in the chat. Are you guys getting those links? What up, Ricky? I'm not sure how many people I can have in. I'm just going by order of acceptance. Look, the Cheetah Man is there.
Oh shit! Look out! What's up? What's up, Hobbs?
What's up? What's up? Look, the Cheetah Man is
Wow, I
there.
made it! Ooh!
Oh shit! Look out!
Oh, it's a delay.
What's up, Hobbs? What's up? What's up? Look at you! Wow, I made it! Ooh! Oh shit! Look out!
Oh, it's a delay.
What's up, Hobbs? What's up? What's up? Look at you! Wow, I made it! Ooh. Okay.
Oh, it's a delay.
What's up, Hobbs?
Hey guys.
Ah, look at that! Look at that pretty face.
Hey, wait a minute. You gotta go out. You gotta show your face too now, Josh.
No chance tonight. I
Oh.
will soon. Dude, I haven't had a haircut. No chance tonight. I will soon.
Patrick, you might need to mute your phone there.
Yeah, there. That should be better.
Is everybody still echoing? Is everybody good?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
What up, Timothy from Mobang?
Oh wow, this is a weird experience.
You'll have to excuse Patrick. He's been sleeping for 14 hours.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Santa Claus is out of hibernation.
Yep, yep. Heading back to the North Pole.
Where's Paladin?
He's around here somewhere. If he pops in, I'll flash him.
Cody, did you get my invite?
I might have scared him off, Hobbs.
Vince, do you want in?
Yeah, come on in, Vince.
Get some new faces in here.
Gino, are you on my Instagram? Hey, Cody, I sent it to your Instagram.
Cody, I sent it to you in Discord too. Hey Casey. Hey Horror of Spice.
Oh boy, I'm Alan Moore. Yeah. Oh, I am a huge horseback fan, so that would make sense.
Does anybody know how many people I can have on at one time? Like,
I think 6.
okay. Okay. Have you guys had 6 on yours?
Coast to coast, yeah.
Cody, Ben, Mark, myself,
Phil.
and John. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to get 6 of us in here. Genome, I sent you the link. Okay. We got another guest request. Oh, it's Cody. Cody's coming to the stream. H&S Collectibles.
There
Hey,
he is.
Cody.
We're lively tonight. We got a live bunch.
Hey guys.
What's up, guys? I'm gonna read to the chat here real quick. See if anybody else wants in. Oh, we got another guest.
I think you
Uh-oh.
can have up to 6, if I'm right.
We got 5 now. Who wants to be lucky number 6?
Where's that Vince at?
Patrick, somebody says you look like a magician. You got any tricks?
No tricks up my sleeves.
So, are we still echoing? Is everybody good?
Good on this end.
I can't hear Genome.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Can't?
are.
All right. Sorry. Let me make sure my mic's set the right way. Yep. It should be good.
All right. So, I was thinking about kind of what we could talk about tonight, and I was just going through my IFC collection, and man, I don't have very many IFC titles. Do you guys have a lot of IFC titles?
I have 202.
I don't think I have any IFC titles.
Mm.
You have 202 IFC titles,
Yeah.
I'd have to go look.
and you've watched all of them?
No, I've watched maybe about 40 of them.
Okay, Vince, you want to come on? Let me send you the link through Instagram. Tell some good jokes, guys. I'll be right with you.
Okay, let me break out chat. All right, so what's the subject tonight, everyone? I kind of come on late there.
I'm not
I
sure.
think it's just open forum,
Just
right?
open mic night here.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't
How's
know.
every-
I mean, Hobbs might have topic.
I did see something in his description. What was it? IFC, Echo Bridge, 80s films, and channel plans.
Yes. So I did have some things to discuss tonight. So
Oh.
I was going to talk about the illustrious IFC film collection and how I'm amateur apparently at that collection. We're going to talk about IFC films. Apparently, Patrick on Half Cheatable View has 202 titles. Maybe he works for them.
I would. I would if I could. Yeah, Family Video just put out Relic and Summerland out for sale, but they're charging $7.99 when they normally charge $4.99. So,
Oh, by the way, Vince, I sent you the link.
but I did pick up a new Arrow from Hamilton book.
Yeah, I mean, before I watch all the videos, tell me what you guys got for Christmas. 'Cause I got to get to those videos tonight. Did anybody get anything good? I know I've got to watch Cody's video with his haul.
I got a couple of pop figures, a horror coloring book, a Living Dead doll. I don't know what else. I got the Arrow trimmers set a couple days before Christmas. I bought that myself.
I know you've been waiting on that one for sure.
Yeah. And it's actually a mistake. I wanted to order the 4K and I screwed up and ordered the Blu-ray. So it already it shipped, and then I realized my mistake, so I went ahead and ordered the 4K, and this will end up being a giveaway item, I think.
Maybe have a contest about the new name, Cody.
Yeah, if I do it. I'm still torn on that and what to do.
The new channel name will be Killer Donuts.
I'm going to leave that behind me, I think.
Yeah, I think the references are done. I think once January starts, I think we can finally get past that and move on with our lives and
I think
realize.
Killer Dark is always going to stick with you, Hobbs.
So
I think it will. It'll have to go down in the records though. It's getting kind of repetitive, guys.
Ben recommended that I watch Robo Vampire for my next review. So
Robo Vampire.
yeah, it looked like a weird ripoff of RoboCop, but with vampires.
What do they
You know
drink?
what?
Hydraulic fluid? What? I mean,
That's right.
Hey, Vince.
It's a
What up,
rodent
Vince?
that
Vince
fights
is in the
vampires.
stream.
Hey, everybody.
So, Hobbs, your tenure as Tuber of the Month is coming close to an end.
It is. It is.
How are the votes coming along?
Well, right now, I think if you go back and you look at it, I think Project Ellsworth has got a pretty good lead right now. John's definitely got the lead. I love everybody, and I'm glad everybody gets to be in. But John right now his channel's killing it, and he's got a lot of votes.
Yeah, you had a lot of great channels to choose from. It's hard.
Yeah, that was
I
super
know.
hard.
Definitely. It took me two and a half days to think about who to, like Cody. Cody struggled with it, I believe, too. When you get the nomination, it's hard to decide on who you want to put into it because you don't want to offend people, but you also don't want to not give people props, so it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, the one who I wish I could have nominated 5. I really wanted to nominate Martin.
That's exactly right. I could not put Mark of Horror in there, and the reason being is I know that he and John are very close, and I just didn't want there to be.
Well, no,
I know.
Anthropomanic Fiend. I want to know.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody,
Mark
we
so
appreciate it,
underrated.
Cody.
Mark won back in January, so he's already won one.
Oh, well, then I'm glad I didn't choose him. That'd have been funny. But no, basically, it's hard to decide. I kind of took it by how many videos I'd seen everybody putting up, and John's relentless, man. He was at that time he was doing one video a day.
Yeah, he's pumping them out.
Yeah.
just pick a group of them you like and put it on randomizer, and then let that do your picking. Then no one can get mad at you.
That's true.
That's a really
That's
good
true.
idea.
I almost did something similar when I had the final 7. I was going to do a drawing. But then I don't know. I had to put John in because I don't know, he was runner up I think in the last one, and he was getting a lot of votes. What up, Vince? You're kind of quiet, my man.
Yeah, I stay quiet most of the time.
That's all right. It's okay. I'm not very introvert, so I don't shut up.
It's a good habit to have on YouTube. So
Oh yeah. No, that's the problem. I could talk for days. It's like I was telling the guys yesterday when I came into the chat for the Coast to Coast chat. I was like, let's go till 9 a.m.
I was surprised you guys lasted over 4 hours. I was like, holy crow! I thought you guys all would have been tired.
I was tired.
Yeah. I really was just kidding. I knew probably around 2 o'clock, 1:30 it was going to be over. Everybody seemed like they were exhausted. It's been a long week, obviously. Cody, go ahead and say something so we can.
Can you hear me now?
Take
Hello?
care, Nate. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I hear you fine.
All right. I think I have my keyboard in the way of the mic.
Well, sometimes too. I don't know if you have multiple mics. StreamYards will default to a lot of times to your webcam mic or whatever, so you have to select your exterior mic usually. So
I'm just on my phone right now. Actually,
Hmm.
it's going to have better signal because my son's downloading PlayStation stuff.
Did he get a PlayStation 5?
No, I
Okay.
didn't find one anywhere.
No, Cody still
Yeah.
got both of his kidneys, so he didn't get a PS5 yet.
So I was thinking, kind of some channel ideas because all of you guys seem to have such a variety of collecting that I don't, things that I don't. What do you guys recommend for somebody trying to start off in the Godzilla, all of that type of stuff? I mean, somebody that maybe is not too keen on it, like myself. What do you guys recommend?
I don't know. Research Toho Studios, I guess, and then watch out when you post stuff like that. Be real careful because they'll copyright you in a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to post any video. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Godzilla, I'd start off with the Criterion set probably.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's probably not cheap, so I'll probably have to take out a mortgage for that, but probably can get it.
About 115, I think, last time I looked.
Okay. Sure.
Wasn't it $200 when it first came out?
When it first came out, yeah, like 225.
Sorry, it dropped down to 115.
Yeah, almost as soon as it came out, it went on the half price sale at Barnes & Noble, and it's pretty much stayed that price since.
Speaking of things that I definitely want to get, even though they're expensive, I got to get that Dawn of the Dead 4K set.
It's nice.
It's just beautiful. It's just I have to have that. So you guys are convincing me to start collecting LPs again. A lot of the record collectors here are into vinyl. I've had 2 record players in the past. What do you guys
start
think?
with 8-tracks.
I should start with 8-tracks?
yeah, why does no one
Sure.
collect 8-tracks anymore? They're easy to hang on the wall. You can't kill them. You can throw them around. Make great coasters.
Yeah,
That's true. Well,
I've got one 8-track in my background of Elvis, so still in the package.
I've only
I
got one
have a
LP. and that's
comedy
Meet the
LPA.
Beatles.
you've got a comedy LPA, Vince?
Yeah, I have 8.
What's that?
I have 8.
Okay.
Different LPs.
Oh, okay. Anything particular?
I'd say Red Fox is the most notable.
I don't know if someone's going to say Red Fox. That's like the ultimate LP collecting there for old comedy files.
Yeah, for comedy, I've got George Carlin, Steve Martin, Don Rickles, Lily Tomlin. Got several, but my
don't have any
Carlins
comedy
are my
LPs.
favorite.
Patrick, what do you got in that basement, brother? I'm sure you probably got some 8-track.
No, actually, I got rid of all. I had a few 7-inch records from a lot of bands, but I had no record player, so I traded them in.
If you look at Patrick's basement video, he's got tons of movies down there. I'm sure he's got some CEDs, some some laser discs.
I have 1,200 CDs.
So he's got basically a full studio in his basement.
Yeah, I could listen to music for days.
So anything coming out on Shout Factory? Anything? Any new updates? Any new? I haven't been in the loop.
Yeah, Event Horizon. Their 4K of They Live and Prince of Darkness is coming. The My Bloody Valentine Steelbook.
We get a question in the chat here. I got a decent player for Christmas. Any suggestions for decent beginner speakers for a record player? Anything you guys recommend?
Bose.
Man, I have Bose, but I mean, my stuff's out of date. Loud Punk used to be really good, and Polk were too good. Like mid-range brands that would sound great, but I don't know if that's true anymore. It's been years.
Anybody else need recommendations?
I've got some clips. They're pretty good. Beginner speakers.
I wish I could help with this one, but it's been a while since I bought speakers to go with the record player.
Yeah. I haven't bought a set yet for my player. I'm still using an old sound bar that I have.
If you want to go retro, I used to have Yamaha speakers because I had a Yamaha turntable and equalizer and all that. And it was beautiful, big boxes. But
I used to have Panasonic turntables and speakers back a long time ago.
Part of me wants to go get one of those newer ones that has like the built-in CD player and everything, but I'm like, that's not really. To me, I don't know that I would feel the same about it. I mean, they're awesome, but I kind of want to go back and get like a retro player if I can.
go check out some estate sales. That's where you probably find some decent ones.
All the first two I found were at garage sales.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you can find you a little small local record shop too, they'll have some used electronics.
It's so funny too because when I first got it, I was so green with it. I couldn't get the needle on the record properly. It's so ridiculous.
It's like the underneath flip kind of.
Right.
Getting that fang on there just so.
Right. I made sure I used records that weren't the shit that I knew was going to be okay scratching.
Yeah, that's when you use your Partridge Family Christmas albums for testers, right? So,
And then I went to a garage sale and there was a guy just selling abundance of stuff, like the Rocky Horror soundtrack and for cheap. And I was just like, I got to get that. And then I started thinking to myself, I need to start collecting. And then it just never came to fruition.
What's really weird is like my library actually gave away all their VHS people donated. They give them away for free. And then I go and watch like someone like Joe and Jason and they're bringing up the VHS and they're worth a lot of money.
I don't know that the ones that they're getting would be at the library, but I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The ones that I see at the library are like Titanic and like where the red fern grows and
So
I've seen a couple that were very interesting, but since I have no VHS player, I have no interest. But now that I know, if I saw them, I pick them up.
Well, what you do if you see them and they're horror related and they seem interesting, what you do is you pick them up for your old buddy Hobbs or anybody else in the chat.
That's right.
Send them to us, and we'll reimburse you the $1.25 per tape. Okay.
That's what I was gonna do actually.
I've picked up a couple for Jason before. I've bought a couple for myself just for the cover art. But and I enjoy playing records. I don't think I would enjoy playing VHS anymore.
I miss tracking. I don't know about you, but
I'll be truthful with you guys. I literally am looking at a multiplayer right now. I have a VHS DVD player within 6 feet of me, and I have VHS tapes to the right of me. I have no desire to put a VHS tape in right now. I don't know what it is. I kind of agree with you, Cody.
The same with tapes. I read somewhere that cassette tapes were starting to make a comeback, and I don't want to jack around with tapes again. I'm either records or MP3s, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Grimwood? What up, Craig? Craig's been out Bigfoot hunting today again.
that's one of the things I like. I have a 99 Harley, and it has original tape deck in it. I love that. So I actually bust out some of my old mixtapes from high school and afterwards. So I don't mind the tape too much.
Okay, so first car I ever got, I worked at Long John Silver's for a year, and I saved up $1,000. And this guy was selling a what the hell was it? It was a Lincoln Continental Mark IV. It was like a gold yellow. And I went and I gave him the money for it, thinking it would work for me. It was longer than my apartment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need a captain's
And it
license
had
to pilot this thing.
Yeah, it had an A-track in it, legit. And I thought it would be cool at school to do that because I would look cool. Well, I go to pick it up and test drive it, and I drove it through the guy's barn. It was like Back to the Future.
Nice.
So, needless to say, that deal fell through.
My first vehicle was my dad's old truck. He gave me. So I got my license in '93. He gave me a '78 Dodge Ram Charger SUV, and it had a factory 8-track. Um, and I got a hold of 3 or 4 8-tracks because he had a turntable 8-track combo Panasonic set up, and I made myself 3 or 4 8-tracks that I could listen to in the truck till I could afford a tape deck. Because he said, you can have a tape deck, but you're buying it. So,
So, excuse me for being unintelligent about the situation, but could you record to 8-track? Is that what you're saying? Or
yeah,
like, did you? Okay.
yeah. The stereo he had, you could record 8-track either from AM FM record, or he had an auxiliary input. So I run my tape player into it. I had Guns N'
Oh,
Roses on 8-track.
oh man.
Peter Gabriel, the stuff I like to listen to. I got on an 8-track.
So you were driving down the street listening to Sledgehammer, blasting it in your car.
Yep.
The dude was big time all of a sudden. There's a
That's
dude out there.
I dig it. That's awesome. Vince, what's going on, man?
See, I missed the stereos back then because I would buy stereos all the time.
tired.
And it was just 3 wires and a freaking antenna hookup, and you were in and out. No dash kits or nothing. It was simple back then. But
Yeah.
you throw some 6x9s in the back and you were set. But
I hear you.
That Ram Charger had no headliner. It was a removable top, so it was all metal. And I had I forget the brand name, but they come from Radio Shack. 3-way speakers that were surface mount bolted to the ceiling behind my head. That was the stereo in that truck.
stereophonic sound. Nice. Yeah. Plus they had magnets on the back, so you just stick them right to the ceiling, right? So
there you go.
What's up, Shinobi? And you guys are gonna love this, but what's up, Big Daddy?
Hey, Big Daddy. Hey,
We lost
Derek,
Vince.
Bigfoot.
Vince, if you went back in, send me a message, brother. Vince, if you're tired and you need to go to sleep, we understand too.
Now, I love electronics and gadgets and stuff. I said that when I got my CD changer, but I never had a Laserdisc player. I would have loved to have had Laserdisc back then.
But you have one now, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Mark does. And he's built up a little collection of Laserdiscs, but no, I never did have one.
Huh.
I think the part about collecting stuff like that is the room. If you have the room for it or not.
Yeah.
David, do you have a Laserdisc?
No.
No.
what's even the output on laser discs? Is it just RCAs or?
Composite RCA.
Oh, it has composite hookups. Okay, yeah.
Most of them I think I've seen had composite.
Because I think that was even before S video, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig. Unfortunately, the Raiders and the Broncos are having a good ending there to their rivalry this year. My uncle, the first Laserdisc movie I ever seen was Star Wars on Laserdisc, and it was phenomenal. I remember watching that, and that was the first Laserdisc my uncle had I'd ever got a chance to watch.
I think mine was The Natural with Robert Redford.
I watched.
There may be some truth to the rumor that I'm related to Roy Hobbs. I'm just kidding.
I watched some of Terminator 2 on Laserdisc at an H.H. Gregg on display model. And
oh man, that had to have been solid.
they had a big chair set up with their Bose surround system demo, and I thought the neatest thing was that you could skip chapters. That was so cool. So.
Sorry guys, I was checking on Vince. What's up, Jason? Horrific Nightmares.
Hey, Jason.
Jason in the house.
The return
Jason,
of the bag is coming soon.
do you still have Laserdisc, Jason? Greg got his first LD player for $20.
And you used to see Laserdisc players and VHS players all the time at thrift stores, but not anymore.
Yeah. I have seen some CED, oddly enough.
How long were Laserdisc kind of a thing? I mean, they weren't very prominent from where I'm from.
I
So what
only
do you-
knew I only knew one person who had the a Laserdisc player.
Yeah, same here.
John,
Mark?
John sent me this CED of Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, I've seen that in your update. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. Never had one of those players either.
It's funny. I've been watching Clint Eastwood lately. Actually, myself, going to do some reviews on him on the channel.
So
You should.
Mark of Horror just messaged me before I got on. They're giving Good, Bad, and the Ugly a 4K release in April.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Called the Tuco edition. Yep.
I'll buy it. It'll be the 5th or 6th time I've bought that movie. So
I'll be buying it as well. It'll be 7 hours long.
it said that they're doing it to the extended cut, the one with the Italian scenes in it that were dubbed. If you've ever seen that.
I don't know if that's on my version or not.
Yeah, I've got a Blu-ray of it. I don't know if it's got that version or not, but then I've got like an MGM anniversary DVD, and it's like 15 minutes that they cut out of the Italian cut to release it in America, but they got rid of the audio and didn't have the original audio anymore. So Eastwood and Eli Wallach redubbed their voices, and they were 50 years older.
Wow.
And Lee Van Cleef was dead, so they found someone who kind of, sort of, could almost do an impression of him.
Just hire Frank Welker or something and be done with it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, that his voice wasn't great, but it was neat to see the scenes. You know, just something extra in a movie you've seen that many times is cool.
Yeah, it's like getting the extra footage in Aliens, right? You always get to see the TV cut.
Yeah.
That was like a big deal back when DVDs were released.
You know, that was one movie that terrified me when I was younger, was Aliens. I probably more so than like A Nightmare on Elm Street did to people. Aliens absolutely terrified me.
Yeah, I think I was about 10 or 11 when I first saw it.
Jason, CDs are still cool, man.
I went and saw Alien at the drive-in, and right next door to it, Phantasm was playing. I ended up watching Phantasm while listening to Alien.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until I run across that elusive Betamax, and then my collection will be complete. So
The elusive Betamax. That would be nice. Can you imagine listening to the theme song from Phantasm while watching Aliens? Just imagine that combination.
It was funny. It's like I didn't see Phantasm till like a few years later. I saw it on a late night CBS broadcast with commercials and everything. By the time that movie ended, I had all the lights up in the house. That movie scared the shit out of me.
Phantasm?
Hell yeah.
didn't like the tall man, huh?
He comes out there and says, "Boy," I was like, "All right, that's enough for me. I'm out of here."
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It is one of the greatest movies ever made, period. Even if included with non-horror. I can imagine. I think Jason's seen it in the theaters, right, Jason? I can imagine seeing that movie in the theaters. I just can't.
Oh,
I've only seen parts 1 and 2. I haven't seen the other ones.
You've not seen the you just seen 1 and 2, not 3 and 4.
Yeah.
A lot of people are mixed on their rankings on it. I think some people like 4 better than 3, and some people hate 3. And
So we ranked them one night on my stream, and pretty much everybody ranked them in the order they were released. Just that it went downhill. But I was the oddball out, and I think I had part 4 as my number 2.
I remember that stream. I remember that it went pear shaped. Everybody had different thoughts.
Yeah, I had number 3 as my dead last. 5 was number 4, 2 was number 3, 4 was number 2, and 1 was number 1.
What up, Nomadic Liberty? Thank you for coming, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I love the Phantasm series. I could watch it all day. I did rank it on my channel. That's the only franchise I've ranked on the channel.
Really?
I need to do more of that. Yeah, I need to do more of that. But things change though. Like, you might rank something and then your feelings change about it 3 years later.
Yeah. I've only got 3 series so far, or franchises ranked, so I'll get around to Phantasm sooner or later. But
ladies and gentlemen, what's up to hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Drew is in the house as well. What's up, Drew?
They were streaming the other night. What was live? What was it? Freddy's Dead live watch, I think it was.
Yeah, they were doing it. I've still got to catch that. He did a collection overview too. It was unbelievable. I mean, Drew always has awesome updates.
Hey, did you see Vasim's latest video? He took somebody to town because they were just ripping on House and calling it a really bad movie and whatnot. Boy, his response was off the chain. He was not happy with that.
Who?
Vasim.
Oh, I didn't catch that yet. He was happy with which house are you referring to?
From the one from the 80s.
Had the iconic box cover art. Yeah.
Yeah, he was some guy just was talking trash just for the views, just for the rabble rousing, and he just called him out on it.
I got to be honest with you, Craig. I did rewatch the Elm Street remake, and my thoughts are different about it. I haven't watched it since it came out because I wouldn't have the disc in my house. I would not own it. I was so pissed about it. I thought it was a disgrace. And then I finally watched it again for the first time since it came out, and it's not too bad. It's not amazing.
I ranked it towards the bottom middle of the series, to be honest with you. I thought it was better than 3 of the other mainline, though. So it's not Jackie Earle Haley's fault that the main 2 young actors didn't they phoned it in. That was part of it. And plus they got saddled with a really kind of cheesy story. So
Cody, where did you rank that one? Did you rank that one dead last, or Dave? Did you rank that one dead last?
Which one?
The Freddy remake.
Oh, I had it last.
Ranked those. I would put it last, but
I'm pretty sure we ranked the Freddy movies.
You did. That's why I brought it up. I couldn't remember how you ranked it though.
I'm pretty sure I did remake dead last.
I don't think I've missed a coast to coast stream since you guys have done it.
Yeah,
I might jump in late.
I was watching yesterday, and I was just lurking, and then I just passed out.
William Cat. I just did a review on the Greatest American Hero theme song not too long ago. Nice little William Cat reference there.
That's one of the greatest theme songs ever.
Yep, definitely one of my favorites from TV theme songs.
Can you play that on guitar, Dave?
I've never tried.
Cody the dog hit from Craig. What's that mean? I'm not understanding. You guys see that in the chat?
Yeah.
He's calling something fucking dog shit.
Well, it's in the StreamYards, but it didn't make it over to YouTube. I'm watching both of them.
I think that's just
Oh,
how Craig usually rates his movies.
it's true.
Yeah, see, I put the remake. Let's see, I put behind it. I put 5, 2, and Freddy's Dead, and then I think that's when the remake came in. So
Shinobi, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest with you. The new Nightmare for me is it's second to last. Part 5 is last for me.
So what makes the Nightmare so bad? I hear so much hate about it, but I know it can't be Jackie Earl Haley because he seems perfect for the role.
I thought he was fine.
I think it was just
People-
the writing for me. It was just
Yeah. Well, see, some people get kind of butthurt that it's not Robert Englund. Oh, it's got to be Robert Englund. You know, the dude's like 70, man. You can't do it forever. You know,
Right.
Bela Lugosi
I
can
think-
always be Dracula.
Truth be
For me,
told,
it
though, he could have done it if he wanted to. I don't think they wanted him to.
For
The
me,
problem
it
with
was
Robert
the
Englund,
story, it was the makeup, it was the CGI. Now I know a lot of people were upset that, oh my God, they made Freddy a child molester, and I always thought that was assumed.
I did too.
he was
I
he
did
was
too.
established as that from the first.
I thought the
That's
same
the
thing. I thought that
Yeah.
was the original concept.
It was. That's why he was. That's why the parents killed him. That's why he came back and got their kids because their parents had actually burned him alive.
The reason why I have a problem with it, I wish the kills weren't so CGI. Some of them.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that you have to have some of it, but the original Freddy's, a lot of that was practical effects, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, and like when he comes through the wall, that scene from the original Nightmare on Elm Street, that cost like $100.
Yeah, it was all done with a sheet of latex. Is all it was.
It cost like $100 to do that scene. It probably cost, $50,000 to do the CGI scene that was in the remake, and I didn't like it. I thought it was very to me,
I just thought that Rooney Mara just kind of phoned it in.
Yeah, that
She
was-
she was horrible.
She's terrible.
The first two were pretty good. The blonde girl who she used to be in Supernatural, whatever, she tried, and then her boyfriend or whatever, he tried too, but they were the first two to die. So
Yeah.
We got a
unfortunately,
question we got a question from Nomadic Liberty. He's a good friend of mine, by the way. He has any recommendations for horror flicks that are on Hulu? I find a lot of movies disappointing. Every Halloween, I turn the lights off, have a ton of snacks, turn my phone off, and watch suspense movies. Any suggestions?
Anything with IOC Midnight.
I'm not too sure about Hulu.
Oh, our kaiju master has entered the chat.
Cadaver Club has entered the chat as well. Man, this is getting we got quite the turnout for tonight. We might have to go just slightly longer. Okay.
If anybody wants to join the stream and take my place.
Yeah, I mean, I got one spot left. Does anybody want in? Ben, do you want in? Ben, if you don't win in, you can just film Quilted. We can just talk to Quilted the whole time.
I want to see that, Ben. The Dark and the Wicked.
Drew or Ben or anybody, just let me know. I can send the link, or somebody can send you the link.
I think Ben wants to come in. Cadaver Club.
All right, Ben, I'll send you the link on Instagram. All right, tell good jokes. I'll be right back, guys. Make sure it's appropriate for kids.
So Cody, why the petition to change the name?
Oh, just I've always kicked it around in my head for a while if I should or that. And I guess I see the repetition of, I start my video the same way every time. And I don't know if I branch out of horror and sci-fi, I mean, I throw things in that don't fit in that mold. So
Yeah.
that's why I was thinking just Cody's Collectibles. So, but I've not made up my mind.
Are you thinking about adding additional stuff to what you have?
So maybe. I don't know how much I would. Mostly everything I buy is horror and sci-fi.
Interesting.
And whenever I do show something, I'll just show it in a haul. Like any records I bought that aren't related. Any movies, I just, if they're not horror sci-fi, I go ahead and show them that it's in the haul. But,
Okay, cool, man.
yeah,
I think doing a little bit more mainstream might be helpful. I mean, because a lot of people, if they just see it's just horror and sci-fi, they just don't feel there's anything for them to watch, so they just keep moving on. I think drop it in a mainstream movie once in a while might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shinobi's got a joke. A nun and a rabbi walk into a dildo shop. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to present to you a legend known as the Cadaver Club. Everybody be prepared as Ben enters the stream.
He's one of the founding members of Coast to Coast.
Hey, how
One of
y'all
the
doing?
founding members of the Coast to Coast chat. A legendary singer. A
I don't
woodscrafter.
know about all that, but I try.
A woodscrafter. The women love him.
You know who
The
the
legend-
legendary
leg-
singer is?
He's a legend on the motorbikes.
The only person to share a pizza with Godzilla and live to tell the tale.
He's got a number 3 Q rating in all celebrities in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Cadaver Club
Yeah.
Ben.
Woo!
For Coast to Coast horror, Ben's out there on the West Coast. And other than that, I'm the furthest west, so he's carrying like 3/4 of the country on his shoulders.
You know who's an actual musical legend is, hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Drew. That guy's good.
Drew definitely is legit. He's got some great stuff too.
Yeah, he's
Definitely.
awesome.
I believe he's in here as well still. I'm not for sure.
I saw him earlier.
What's up, Ben Grimm?
So
What other good fact about Cadaver Club is, ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't have air conditioners where he's at.
That is correct. Or actually, I don't even have a fucking heater. I have some jackets, though. I'll be good. What have we been chatting about, guys?
Anything from movies to records to LPs to what we all collect to IFC to Cody's potential name change.
I caught that part. By the way, hi, Gino. I'm Ben. I don't think we
Ben,
met.
good to meet you. Good to meet you.
We have the channel that was HNS in the comments.
Looks like
Great,
Cody's
man.
already changed his name, apparently. Welcome, Cody. This is your second channel.
Not yet.
Maybe we should go to the print.
Lots of people have been rebranding lately.
The channel formerly known as HNS.
Has a certain ring to it.
We were talking about Kaiju, interweb Kaiju. We were talking some dirty jokes in here as well.
Nice.
It's just been it's basically the coast to coast stream on a different night. It's
So is it too early to talk about channel plans now? I'm sure we could all get on that one pretty good.
well, Yeah, I mean, I think we've kind of somewhat been touching base on that, but I intend to do some things differently. I'm going to be trying to do collection updates, like not just collections that I buy, but I want to do things like specifically geared towards what I own as well, because I think it's a good idea to kind of display some of the stuff you have. So that'll be cool. The Wild Eye will be still done, but obviously the Slashback is done, so we won't be doing that. And the 20 for 20 is over as well. So I've got to find some other things to do. And this was one of them. So I'm glad we had a nice turnout for tonight on a Sunday. So I would like to do this every Sunday. You know.
Yeah, it's a great turnout for you, Hobbs.
Well, the way I figure everybody feels sorry for me because it's my first one. No, I'm just kidding.
No way, Hobbs, you're the man. Everyone wants to watch your stream. Where's that face, man?
You know what? It's gonna happen soon. I promise. It's gonna happen soon.
Is that the 1,000 subscribers reveal?
Yeah, I hear right now. My hair looks like a mohawk, and with a mixture of like grease and like nasty stuff. It's like I'm just gonna hold off tonight. Look at your pretty domes out there, and
I got the hobo band look coming back, by the way.
Well, it sounds like you might need it for warmth if you got no heat and stuff out there. So
that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I commute by motorcycle, and I haven't really been going into work so much. And when I do, it's not in the morning. So,
thank you, Craig.
But normally during the winter, I'll grow a big ass beard to try to keep my face warm.
What kind of bike you ride?
I have 4 motorcycles. The one I ride mostly is a Harley Lowrider S.
Mm-hmm.
I have a KTM Super Duke and 2 BMWs. One's a old Airhead and one is a Project K bike from the 90.
Yeah, buddy of mine. We just went down road Tail of the Dragon a couple months back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so good times there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a great road. I've never been over there.
It's fun if you like the twisties. I live in West Virginia, so we got twisties anyway, so it's not that big a deal for me. But for people who live on places with a lot of straights, it's something different for them.
It looks like Shinobi is giving me a great channel idea for. He wants me to do broadcasting aerobic videos set to vaporwave remixes of 90s pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in a leotard and then do 90s pop and do aerobics.
I like it.
Fantastic. We'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, see if you can get Billy Blanks on stream with you.
Exactly.
Or Denise Austin.
I was thinking more like Friday the 13th Final Chapter style when the Axel was watching that.
Wasn't that
yeah, I was thinking
wasn't that Nikki from Part 6? What was her name?
I don't think so, Craig. I think you can change it as much as you want.
I can't remember her name now. But I thought she was the aerobics girl too. So
yeah, I'm not sure if it was or not. But I did watch WW84 the other night, the new Wonder Woman, and it's set in 1984. And this isn't a spoiler or anything, but there's a scene in the mall, and they're having like some aerobic demonstration, and it's just like these chicks in those same outfits, the tights with like this for a G-string leotard, and then a bunch of like middle-aged dudes like just sitting there watching them work out. It's pretty silly.
Now, see, I think that's hot. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but leotards must have been just a thing,
Whenever I think of horror and leotards, I always go to Return of the Living Dead 2.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I always think of TerrorVision.
I always think of Linnea Quigley's workout video.
Well, remember Jamie Lee Curtis did Perfect.
I do remember that, yeah. There's a pretty good GIF of her out there. If you pronounce it GIF, I do. You weirdos that say GIF.
Jeff.
Just peanut butter.
But so what do you guys got planned for your channels? Anything? I mean, you don't have to talk about it if you want to surprise, but what do you guys got coming up?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'm gonna do finish up my unboxing from my buddy who sent me the rest of his collection, and I got a Hamilton book order in, and that's about it for me.
I got a new camera toy coming in, and then I'm gonna start doing some like fancy like collection updates with the cool toys I've gotten. So I'll be doing that, but mostly same old stuff, really.
Genome, if you're not familiar with some of Ben's stuff, his videos, he's got like 8 feet Godzillas and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
in the back, he's a real big collector of. Ben, what do you collect? What do you collect,
Yeah,
man?
I collect physical media, Godzilla, kaiju stuff in general, and yeah, some horror figures too. I would say.
And then every Saturday night he eats pizza
That is the ritual. Yeah,
with Hobbs bacon on it.
yeah. I had some Hobbs bacon on it not too long ago. It was scrumptious.
So what about you guys, Dave and Cody? And what Cody, I think you got some ideas for your channel that you're kind of thinking that you're kind of going through, right? Things you might be doing. I think we already kind of touched base with you. What do you guys got going on?
Nothing
Probably
big
no
planned
real
for my channel.
changes for me.
Kind of same formula as Cody, with weekly hauls and showing figures and records as I get them. But I am
Cody,
open
what were you
to
saying,
any,
buddy? I'm sorry.
suggestions.
Oh, I said I'm more of the same, really. Not really planning on any big changes in format. Yeah, about it.
Oh, just another addition to the chat. We now have blowjobs and Hobbs. Let's welcome blowjobs and Hobbs to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, blowjobs and Hobbs has joined us.
Nice.
Also, I did a flashback once. Also has joined.
Yeah, I saw that.
Welcome.
I'm kind of bummed. I really planned on doing more slashback videos this year. I haven't done a single one this year. I like doing them the first year though. And I took a little hiatus there for a second, but
I fell behind on the 20 for 2020.
Got one in.
Well, they got the final one coming up, and it's Killer Dolls. So if you guys want to join in, Killer Dolls. The problem is I'm having a real tough time finding 20 of them.
I don't have 20. I got some, but I don't have 20.
now is it only one per franchise for the general rules, or is that just what Jason holds himself to?
I think for this last one, I think anything can go.
All right, well, you got 8 Puppet Master movies, so you'll be fine.
Yeah,
How many choice ways do we have?
I wish I could do that. I'll ask him just to be silly if I can do that, but no,
Just,
generally it's one per franchise.
It'll just end up to be like you ranking the franchise, Puppet Master franchise.
I want to see who has 20 doll movies. Honestly, that's not in the same franchise.
You know,
You
Joe's
know?
going to have 20 VHS tapes with dolls.
Well, of course.
I can only
I
think
feel
of
like
maybe
there's-
3 that I have.
I bet we could think of 20 right now.
Okay, let's collectively all think of 20 that's not the same. So you've got Robert. Go ahead, Ben. What do you got?
Well, you got Magic, right? Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, the doll from Magic, right?
I'll go with Heidi.
Who was that? Cheetah?
I'll go with Heidi.
What the fuck is Heidi? Is that a horror movie?
Yeah, for Wild Eye.
Okay.
What movie was she from?
It was just a one-off. Wild Eye released it. It's very good.
And the movie was called Heidi?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, if you go to my blog, go to review number 214, and then you'll see it.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. So we've got Heidi, we've got Magic, we've got we got
Robert.
Robert. Obviously Chucky.
With the Dead
Trilogy
Silence.
of Terror.
Which one?
Trilogy of Terror, the little Zuni fetish doll.
That's the one I was trying to think of. I could not think of his name though. The one that used to cheat her all the time, had the little spear.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tales from the Hood in that as well then.
We do have a question from the chat. We got two questions. The first one, yes, Drew, we're definitely going to include the Dolly Dearest, but I did a slashback once. Wants to know which film does Blow Up Dolls count in?
There's one in River's Edge. That's a classic. Weird scene in River's Edge.
So we've added Blow Up Dolls to the list and the trilogy.
Does the clown in Poltergeist count?
I'm just thinking the same one too, actually.
I would say that counts.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good. That's actually a really, really good thought about. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, Drew saying Annabelle.
Come on, Drew, throw some out, bro. That's awesome.
Of course, you
Annabelle?
have Toby Hooper's Dolls, right?
Can you throw in TV shows?
Are they full-length feature film TV shows?
No.
Like the 18th?
Are they after-school specials?
Talkie Tina from the Twilight Zone, and there was a killer doll in Friday the 13th, the series, too.
How about Jigsaw, his little ventriloquist doll? What's his name?
Yeah, that would work.
But he's not really a killer per se. Do they have to actually murder people in the movies?
Billy.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think they'd have to just be mean, you know?
There was the possessed Krusty the Clown doll in The Simpsons.
That's true. The Goosebumps dolls. That's actually really good, Craig.
Slapping.
Tweaky. Buck Rogers.
Blowjobs and Hops says Twiggy from Buck Rogers.
Aaron Gray. There's a little tie-in there with Friday the 13th, Part 9.
Man, she was hot back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought.
Making leotards. See, it was like a pre-'80s leotard going on.
I don't know if you could use Alf or not. I mean, Alf is a doll, but I don't think he killed anybody. He ate cats, right?
He ate cats.
So.
Yeah, Gordon Shumway was a cat-eating machine, but other than that...
Yeah, no, the gopher from Caddyshack will not work, guys. No.
What about...
What about the puppets from Elm Street 3?
I was thinking
they were dolls.
Originally, yeah. He didn't do anything but just cut himself down is all he did, though.
I think it has to be based on the film, The Dolls. You know what I mean?
He also turned Homeboy into a marionette, though.
You know what? I actually met that guy at a convention, and you know what he told me those were? Those were IV drips, and they painted them red. That's how they attached them to his body.
They look thicker than an IV drip.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he told me, because I was literally waiting in line to meet Jennifer Rubin. She had about 100 people. To the right of me, Bradley Gregg was there. He had like 2 people. And then while I was waiting for her, I was talking to him the entire time. I felt terrible because he had nobody in his line. So I talked to him literally for like 30 minutes about the movie. And he said it was IV drip tubes. And he said one of his best friends was River Phoenix, also growing up. They were really tight. Because they were in the movie The Explorers together. And, of course, Stand By Me. Blowjobs and Hobbs says, I would eat a silver spoonful of Aaron Gray.
That's what I was saying. That's what's up to, by the way.
Fantastic.
She was hot in that show.
Just watch out for her big brother.
I just want to point out that Blowjobs and Hobbs is not my channel.
It's your official fan
I'm
channel.
not convinced that that's true.
I didn't change my name at all. I'm still Hobbs Horror. Not to say that wouldn't be something I could use down the road, but you know.
Watch out for that copyright.
Yeah. Hobbs Bacon may be the name of the channel. You never know. Right?
Like it, dude. You should do like a cooking segment on your channel that's just called Hobbs Bacon, where you bake stuff.
No joke. I do have cooking. I have cooking on my channel. Legit.
Nice.
Let's see. This is Cody. Apparently, Craig has decided Cody's new channel name. Let's see what he's going to say here.
I think it might just be the Blowjobs and Hobbs.
It's blow, jobs, and Hobbs.
I know. There's no comma there, so it's like blow, like cocaine plus jobs and also Hobbs.
I mean, that was my nickname in high school. Why not, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I guess it is. Oh, well, yeah, Puppet Master too. It is kind of hard to come up with 20, I guess.
I can't. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Demonic dolls. I asked them if I could use the Ginger Dead Man. Gary
Or
Busey.
Krampus?
Evil Bong.
Krampus, Evil Ball. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, Krampus had those like the teddy bear stuffed animal things.
With Jack in the Box.
Okay, we have an
Oh, yeah,
emergency. We have an emergency break-in with the chat. We have Cody's new name from Craig. Somebody would like to read it.
Is it Coke and Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap?
Yeah.
That's a mouthful, man. That's more of a mouthful than blowjobs and Hobbs.
Funny. Oh.
Yeah, that's. I haven't done it. I didn't do any of the top 20 lists, but I watched a lot of those videos. They're always pretty interesting.
The only problem I have with them is I had a lot of casualties during it. Like, I would have cave-ins in some of the movies. I'd set them up on top of other movies, like trying to rearrange them to pull them out, and they'd fall over or they'd fall from the shelf.
Yeah,
Keep
that
pulling
would be
them
my
out
problem
like
too,
that.
Bob.
You know, it's kind of like they would just tip over and shit. There was the one doll in the first season of Buffy.
I feel like if you go into TV shows, then there's plenty. Because there's also a Tales from the Crypt episode, Ventriloquist Dummy.
I think we can use TV shows. I think we can use segments, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Can we use Vicky from Small Wonder? No, I'm just kidding.
She was a killer, man. She was a small wonder.
She was. She was.
That's actually my buddy sent me all those sent me his collection. He sent me season 1 of that show.
Man, that's got to be a sitcom that just doesn't hold up. I mean, I have not seen it, I think, since the 80s, but man, what a crazy premise.
When I was a kid, I always thought she was a Ghostbuster because it looked like she had like a proton pack on her back, like.
Yeah, she had that.
That's a nice background, Guillaume.
Oh, there you go.
I was playing up to the chat a little bit there, so
Nice.
There you go.
Can you put Princess Ardella up there?
Just need a silver spoon.
Craig announced that he hates 19 of the movies that typically people put on the top 20 for 20. And the one that he likes generally is
Number 20.
the Freddy remake.
Number 20.
Yeah. You somehow have to get the Nightmare on Elm Street remake to be like in every one of your 20 for 20 videos. Somehow you tie it in. That's like it's like 6 degrees of Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
And the thing is you're going to use multiple films anyway and multiple top 20 for 20. So I'm sure we could probably make that happen.
I will say though, he loves part 2. I love part 2 as well. That's definitely one of my faves.
Part 2 has been growing on me. Like part 2 has moved up like 4 spots.
From number 4 to number 1.
No, I think it's okay. So I'll give you just a slight ranking. So number 1, 3, number 4, Freddy versus Jason, and then I believe then it comes in at number 5. Yeah, and then the rest follow. I will do an official ranking on the channel at some point.
I would say 2 is my second favorite. I think last time I did a ranking, it was the original, then part 2, then part 3.
What do you guys have 2? I can't remember. A lot of you guys did a ranking for 2.
Oh, it was second to last. We talking about Nightmares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was second to last for me. I didn't care for it. Never
Cody,
have.
was it higher up for you, or did you have it kind of in the bottom?
It did have Clue Gallagher though, which is a plus.
Yeah. It was lower for me. I forget where exactly.
Dave, did you rank this?
No. I did the Halloween movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got
Cheetah,
the,
what about you? Go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say I got those media books, the Nightmare on Elm Street media books from Tony, and I haven't even cracked them open yet because I wanted to make a video. So they're just like sitting there sealed, like calling my name.
Dude, those are awesome. You got to like check those out.
Yeah, I think I know I'm dying, but I gotta make that video, man. Can really only unwrap them one time.
Well, we like the fact that you're making videos again. You know, we know you went a long time and held off for a little bit, but obviously the reception has been good.
Yeah, it's good to be making videos again. I think it's good for my soul to make videos, put myself out there, especially with these like isolation times. You know what I mean?
I think we have a good group of people that like to watch everybody's stuff. At least make the attempt. Not everybody's gonna be able to watch every single video and every second of every video, but it's nice to have stuff out there for people. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I hear I've heard some people complain about the horror community based on some dramas that pop up here and there, but I mean, for the most part, man, I've met some really great people. You know,
Yeah.
like all you guys are just my friends. You know, like my friends watch my channel, I watch my friends' channel. It's just like a social networking thing for me.
Absolutely. That's why I always try to go to the Facebook page if I see a new channel and try to put it in the community group the way other people get to know each other. If I see somebody, I know other people do that too because there's a lot of really genuinely good people in the community and talented people too. Really
Yeah.
good people.
I haven't met a piece of shit in the community yet.
It's actually very true.
Thanks,
It's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, looks like you're about to hit 500 subs there, Ben. I wouldn't call you cadaver because I'm looking over at the screen over here.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm like 25 away or something, so it'll still be another year. My channel goes on slow, but
Oh, I hear you there. I don't see. I feel bad because I don't get to watch everyone's video because I'm like a member of the comics community. I'm a member of the horror community, sort of. But I'm like on the outskirts of all of them because I'm not dedicated on those channels, you know. And then I do like reviews and all that stuff too, and how to. So it's like weird. But I just spend so much time either at work or in the editing chair. I just don't have time, you know. But
Well, Genome, I think that this community also a lot of people can throw down with some comics too, from what I've heard.
yeah,
So this is a good mixture.
there's a bit of bleed over. But I haven't been involved with any channels with any drama. That probably only happens after they get past 10,000 subs or so. I don't know.
well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
just move on.
every now and again, there's just some like weird drama stuff. But I mean, for the most part, like even when there is weird drama, I'm still friends with like all the parties involved. You know what I mean? Like,
I just can't understand where the drama comes from. It's like differing opinions on a movie. I mean, who cares? You know, I don't get it. But if that's what causes drama, I just keep moving on, I guess. But
Well, I think people start drama though. They start it for the views and for the rabble rousing. You know, they saying be controversial just for the sake of being controversial.
well, that's what Craig does with Bigfoot, man. He's always in the middle of that Bigfoot controversy.
But the thing is, after watching his videos, I'm convinced that Bigfoot is real now. So
Oh, yeah.
now I want to go look for him.
Bigfoot is real. I saw Steve Austin fight him once.
I think I would say that Bigfoot's real, but his feet aren't super big, and he's just a chupacabra. So, what do I know?
Well, Hobbs, thanks for inviting me in. I'm going to tap out.
Okay, buddy. Thanks, Cody, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, man. Have a good week.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
see you, Cody.
Thank you, buddy.
Talk to you later, Cody.
Good night, Cody.
See you, Cody.
Good night.
Yeah, Ben Grimm brings up a very good point. Bigfoot the monster truck is definitely real. I think it's badass.
That was nice to have Cody on. That was cool. Nomadic Liberty. Yeah, I don't know that I'll go with the Hobbs blowjob name going forward. Nomadic. I may, I could see a decline in subs if I was to do that.
Guess it depends on your thumbnails. So
It's true. Does anybody else want to come on that anybody else when we send the link? I think we've got plenty of people, but so you guys stay up pretty late on Sundays, or I really didn't expect this type of turnout on a late Sunday evening.
Well, it's only 9 o'clock here.
That's true. That's true. Ben's just waking up, right?
And I'm also fucking nocturnal. Yeah, that's the weird part. My schedule's so jacked up now.
I'm nocturnal as well, definitely. I'm definitely a night owl, and now with my new shift at my job, shit, going to bed at 5 o'clock will still give me 8 hours of sleep before I go in.
I work from home a lot now, so I still get up at like 6, but I mean it's no big deal. I'm right here at the house working, so.
See, for me, working at home was a problem because I would actually watch movies while I was taking phone calls with customers and stuff, and it just I was getting too distracted. Like I'd have like Evil Dead on while I was talking to a customer, and it was okay. I mean, it worked out fine, but it was just getting too. I wasn't paying attention. I'll be honest. I mean, I should have, but I just wasn't. And I didn't lose my job or anything, but I didn't get in trouble. But like, I found myself focusing more on things I shouldn't have while I was working at home.
I mean, that's 100% how I do it. Like I hardly get anything done. Like if I just like attend a few meetings or something in a day, I'm like, damn, whew, hard day at work there.
Yeah.
But then I also go into work and like pull crazy hours there. But
I was still productive and everything, but there's just times that I was just like, should I put this customer on hold for another like 3 minutes and see what happens at the end of this film? I wouldn't do that, but I mean, the thought process.
I find it much harder to focus when I'm at home and I'm working personally.
It's true. Then you want to order takeout more because you're like, I'm at home. I mean, why even leave the house? It's like I was ordering DoorDash left and right. And go ahead. What were you saying, Dave?
Oh, so I love it. I work from home every day if they let me forever. I love it because I can go down and cook whatever I want to because I like to cook. So
it's coming. I mean, my new job is gonna have me work from home. I think in about 2 months, and I'll do it. I've just got to change the focus on how I do it.
It's gonna be a lot of jobs going that way now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep myself isolated from the TV and.
I don't think my company's ever going to go back to normal working hours. It's a lot of software engineers too, so they can just work from wherever.
That's true, Kaiju. When I find Bigfoot, I really won't even have to work anymore. My work will be done.
He'll just take care of you, man.
I know, like a whole Harry and the Hendersons thing going on, right?
Just imagine he could be the mascot of Hobbs Bacon.
I like that. Yeah.
Or Hobbs Donuts.
Hobbs Donuts.
Hobbs Donuts. They're killer.
Yeah. Dave, what's going on with you, man? Are we putting you to sleep, or am I boring you?
No, I was just listening to everybody talking about working from home. I've been home since March. I enjoy it, but it is, as you said, sometimes a struggle to focus on your job.
I was just kidding with you, man, but I understand. You were just quiet. I just want to make sure you were good.
I mean, I find myself watching Phil's live streams on Mondays and Thursdays, and like,
Dave, I did the same thing. I even responded, Phil, I'm at work watching your video.
Yeah. That is a killer live stream. I gotta give it to Phil. That early live stream, it just kicks ass.
I'm definitely never awake. I watched it one time, but usually it's way earlier than I'm up.
Well, like if I'm not there, I'll see that he's done it. So then I'll save it to like I put it up Friday, Saturday, which is basically all these streams. Then I'll go back and I'll watch it.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos at work actually, and now that I'm working from home more, I watch less YouTube videos in a weird way. Not sure exactly.
It's nice for me because I get to edit during the daytime hours instead of having to do it after I get home from work. So if I'm not in the middle of something from work, I can sit here and edit because it's at the same desk. I got an office in here anyway. So
All the advantages are there. You just got to have self-discipline.
that's difficult sometimes for people.
Dave,
Well,
did you put a video up of your Christmas haul or?
Which Dave you talking to, me or?
David's horror.
Okay.
I didn't really get much about as far as horror goes. I've got a video coming up tomorrow of a new figure I got.
Cool, man.
Pennywise.
Sweet.
That's the.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Gallery diorama.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I think everybody had a little bit less this year. Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
A candy cane would have been fine with me, and I would have done an unboxing.
I didn't do any unboxing. I got a 6-gallon air compressor. So
There you go.
that's what I asked for. I knew I was getting it, so it wasn't exactly a big
I got
surprise.
mostly clothes for my wife, so it's boring.
What are you running with that compressor?
I got some home projects I need to get done this year, but for one thing, it just helps clean up the motorcycle for one, and clean up all the wood dust when I'm cutting out there in the garage or whatever. And then I'm gonna do some crown molding in the house this year, so
Nice.
go get me a nice old Brad gun and get done with that. So a lot of other little things I want to get done with it, and plus keep all the tire pressure. We got like 4 vehicles here at the house, so keeping all those at the same tire pressure is not fun. So
Yeah, I got. Go on.
I was gonna say, Pneumatic Liberty. Where does Bigfoot usually appear? Grab my slingshot. Huh. Cool, man. Go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry, I was just reading the chat.
Oh, I was just gonna tell. What's your actual name? Do you know?
Dave.
Dave. I was gonna tell Dave that I'm a big make stuff dude.
Mm-hmm.
I do it for a living, and I used to be a furniture maker too for a living.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna do some how-tos. Like I was gonna show people how to do a basic workbench. Just out of 2x4s and a piece of 3/4 inch 4x8 or whatever. Just do, because I like to do basic how-to videos too on the channel every now and then. So I'll probably do some. I haven't done any woodworking in quite a while, but getting back into it. So
that was one of the things I really liked about Cody H&S Collectibles channel. When I first started watching him, he had I want to say he had less than 30 subs, or maybe right around 30 subs when I started watching him. But he had some videos of him out in the shop making shelves, and I was like, oh, kindred spirit, nice. So
some of those channels are huge, man.
And then you were like, do you like horror? I like horror. You should make more videos.
Yeah, well, I saw him in the comment section of someone else's thing, someone else's video, and he said he collected prints or something, horror prints. So I went and checked out his channel. That's how I met him.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, some collectors, they don't do videos, and they should, and they don't think they'd be good on camera and stuff. And next thing you know, a year later, they got 300 or 400 subscribers.
Yeah, no one's. Well, I'm sure some people are, but no one's good on camera at first, man.
No.
How awkward is that shit?
People like unboxing videos. They really do, man.
Yeah, they do love those.
I don't do them very often because I don't really collect much anymore, other than tools and things. But anytime I get a package in that has anything to do with comics or horror or any kind of collectible, I always save it and open it on camera. Even if I don't post it, sometimes I'll just shoot it, and if I don't like the way it comes out, I won't post it then. But might as well. You got to fill out the freaking time somehow.
I definitely have a bunch of videos I've never posted. That's for sure. Yeah.
Do you really? You should put them up and put I don't know, retro on them or something, or just. You have a lot of great stuff, Ben. Seriously, we want to see all your archive videos.
There's videos when I got that I'll do unboxings for, and then I'll just be like, no one needs to see that. I'll do a different video on it someday,
Hey Ben, have you seen that
Nobody wants to see those Cody Clinton unboxings.
Someone's
Go ahead,
speaker's
Cheetah.
back on.
What?
Ben, have you seen that channel Godzilla and its friends?
I don't think so. That's what it's called?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay. I'm friends, or I watch a lot of. I have a lot of Godzilla people in my subscriptions, but I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I forgot to tell you that I actually know somebody, the preeminent voice of Godzilla. You probably know him, August Ragon.
I don't know him.
Have you heard of him?
I don't think so.
God, he's probably he's got to be one of the top five foremost Godzilla people experts.
Hmm.
He's written books on it. He's like a big celebrity over there.
Nice.
But
Patrick,
I worked with him.
are you on Echo, bud?
No,
I
I,
kind
I,
of
you
feel
not
I,
like
on
thought I,
Echo?
was, I thought I was on delay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he lives in San Francisco.
okay.
And he's written books and articles. I mean, every time they do there's something Godzilla related, they always a lot of the mainstream media go to him for a quote.
Good night, Drew. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham is signing off? Good night.
Yeah, have a good night. I got a
Channel's
package
awesome.
to send them this week at some point. And of course, Dave 3 says the Godzilla with Broderick is the best. And actually, David's Horror also agrees with that, I think. So,
It's got a great soundtrack.
yeah, I remember you talked about it. It's got P. Diddy, man. P. Diddy rapping over some Zeppelin, right?
Yes, Foo Fighters, Green Day.
I reached out to Don Fry a long time for an interview, but never heard back from him. So there's a little Godzilla tie in there for you.
Yeah, Final Wars. Well, where do you like live near him or something? Do
What's that?
you like live near him, or did you just like?
No, I was going to do a YouTube interview with him.
Oh, okay.
I've done that with a lot of people like in horror films and stuff, but I also do some MMA stuff. I'm friends with some MMA guys, and so I was trying. He's like my favorite old MMA fighter, and I was gonna
Yeah, he's
do an
old
interview with
school,
him. Yeah,
I was on a plane once with
I
Herb
didn't
Dean.
know.
Does that count?
the old referee.
Yeah. I was like, that's Herb Dean.
I never told you guys this because you guys always bring up Carrot Top in the chat. And on my flight back from California to Ohio, I wasn't waiting in line because he was getting on LAX and I was getting on the one going to Dayton International. And he was sitting in he was waiting, waiting for his plane. And I ended up having to go to the bathroom, and I didn't think nothing of it. And I thought he was gone. And then when I went to the bathroom, he was in the stall next to me, standing up, Carrot Top.
Was he tapping his
And I
foot?
was like, do I strike up a conversation or what? Like, what do I do here? You know?
No.
Like, do I say, man, you've been lifting weights or what? Like,
Yeah. Dude, you're looking lumpy, homie.
right. Like, how do you get your hair like that? You know? I mean, like, what do you say to Carrot Top when he's next to you? And the next stall over, like, what do you do? You know?
Ask him if he's not Pauly Shore.
This was in the bathroom.
Yeah. Like,
I'm sure he
the bathroom
loved it.
stall. Yeah.
I'm sure he would have just anything would have been fine.
I mean, I was gonna like play around with like you want to cross swords, but I guess that would have been bad.
Just like stick your hand through the glory hole and wave at him. Be like, hey, dude, how you doing?
Be like in Roadhouse and say, "Don't eat the big white mint."
Mint. Yeah. Sam Elliott, he's a sage, all right.
I wasn't aware that Dave, Genome, and Cadaver Club. I didn't know you guys weren't connected. You guys got a lot in common on some of the stuff you guys like to watch. Yeah.
It's amazing who you find on these streams.
It's like the gatekeeper meeting the keymaster. Like it's.
Oh shit! Everyone, watch out!
Oh, Zool, where are you? Yep.
Yeah, I did a stream with Martin. We did like a Anna and the Apocalypse watching stream on his channel, and I met someone on theirs too. So.
Yeah, I'm a friend of Martin's on YouTube. We're gonna do a live stream thing. Probably gonna do some live watch. I'm gonna do some of the old Hammer Draculas, and so I figured that'd be up his alley. So talented guy there. Cool.
Nomadic Liberty's in the chat. You should do horror flicks, man. No matter Liberty, if you like horror, like the way I know you like horror, I know you've done some Halloween videos. You should do some videos if you want to. Um, don't let the COVID stop you from making horror videos, unless you're in the
I
hospital
mean,
and you're like sick. You know.
Yeah.
it kind of put a damper on a lot of things.
I think that's
Do
the
you
one
guys
good
all?
thing that we have is that we don't have to leave the house. We can make videos and stream with each other, and and be here and just obviously we're socially distanced.
Yeah, I'd be like a depressed son of a bitch if I didn't have my YouTube homies to chill with.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made some good
The
friends.
thing is, I didn't think at this hour that people would be up like this because my normal shift now is I'm off Sunday and Monday, so I plan on doing this a lot. And I thought there'd only be like 4 or 5 people that would be up at this hour, but I'm glad to see there's a couple other night owls out there. That's nice.
I have a early morning meeting that starts at 11 a.m. So that's all I got to do.
I'm off until the 4th. So,
Well, that's
Nice.
nice, Dave.
yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty dead at work, but I have a project I have to try to finish up anyway. That's just how it goes.
So we get what? Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, West Virginia, and California in the chat.
Yeah. We got one outlier.
Hey,
All right.
Ben Grimm. Hey, Ben Grimm, do you mind if we ask who your brother was? I'm a huge UFC fan. I'm just curious. Apparently, Ben Grimm's brother or brother-in-law fought in the UFC.
You should. You can put his comment on the screen if you want.
How do I
think
do
all you
that?
have to do as a moderator, I think you just left click on it. There should be a little plus sign, I think.
Okay.
If you have the comments pulled up in StreamYards, in your StreamYards window.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the UFC. The truth is, the one thing that I don't really talk a lot about is I'm actually a huge UFC and wrestling fan as well.
Oh, I can talk old school
In
wrestling all
addition to
day.
everything else in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
Matt
watch
Reese. Okay.
I used to watch a lot of UFC. I haven't watched UFC in like a year or two now, though.
I've been out of it since
I haven't
about
been into it the
Chapter
last
days.
year and a half. I haven't. The last year and a half, 2 years, I've not been into it.
Is that what Phil's into, Ben? UFC?
Yeah,
or is
Phil
it
watches
MMA?
like MMA every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did an interview on my channel with Elvis Hinisick a long time ago. But
Did
so
you?
let's try and get some other ones.
I'll have to go back and watch that. Elvis Sinisek. Yeah, he had a
Oh, yeah.
great career.
Yeah, he's got a big gym and he still does broadcasting and stuff a little bit. And good guy. I've been
I remember
actually
him
chatting
fighting
with him.
Michael
since, like,
Bisping.
oh yeah, yep. I actually reached out to him after he
Yeah.
fought Tito Ortiz all those ages ago and emailed him back in those days. And he answered. He's a real cool guy.
Was that in the UFC or was that outside of the UFC?
That was in UFC.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he fought him in that. Okay.
Yeah, he did. He actually fought him for the belt,
Cool.
but at the time.
Dennis Bermudez was a machine, man. He was pretty solid there for a while.
Dennis Bermudez was very solid. I'm not for sure what happened to him.
Last time I watched UFC, I think he was still fighting, but that was a while ago.
Pride was actually my favorite. That was my favorite rule set and my favorite fighting game.
Yeah, I've watched Pride. I definitely know about Pride. I have to say, though, when Vanderlei came to the UFC, I was wondering if he would have the same amount of success, you know?
Well, they weren't feeding him cans in the UFC, but at the same time, he had a lot of mileage by then, too. He'd been Vale Tudo forever.
That's what I was thinking, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had some good fights still in the UFC, though, nonetheless. He didn't really leave on good
Oh, he had,
terms.
he had a great fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, if the only problem with him, I wish he would have did some takedowns because, man, every fight he did, it was straight up brawl. Every fight that I'd seen.
I mean,
And that's
his
why I
style.
loved him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Hughes was good.
Dude was a
Matt Hughes?
Matt
freakishly
Hughes
strong.
versus Frank Trigg versus Matt Hughes was a fantastic fight.
Matt Hughes like got in a car crash a couple years back and like had to like relearn how to use his body and stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know how he's doing nowadays, but
Yeah, he got it. It was a train wreck. His car ran into a train,
Dear God.
and he was hurt for like a year and a half. He
yeah,
just did an interview at the UFC Hall of Fame
okay.
induction about a year and a half ago. He's doing much better, but he's having some problems. You know, still trying to cope with it. He had some trouble with his wife publicly. I think they had some type of an altercation, but he's Matt Hughes was always one of the best for sure, definitely.
Craig earlier said
Dan
he liked.
Henderson is a badass.
Say again.
Dan Henderson was a badass too.
He was. I was going to say Craig mentioned that Bisping was the man earlier in the chat, and then Ben brought up Dan Henderson. And I was going to say Bisping is the one dude I love to watch lose for some reason. I don't know why. So when he fought Dan Henderson just like knocked him out. Right? It was like was getting his ass kicked most of the fight, and then knocked him out. And they had a rematch, but I don't remember what came of that.
Hendo was dangerous. Nice hybrid, and he's a wrestler too. But a lot of his fights were ended on the feet. He had a great left.
Yeah, that's his thing. He kind of relied on his left a lot, right? So
Yeah, a little too much, really. But I mean, it worked for him, so why not?
exactly. But it's one of those things like you see, like it's coming, and I guess people just couldn't stop it, really. You know,
They knew Joe Frazier's going to throw it, but they couldn't stop him either. So
yeah.
What happened to our host?
yeah, no, we lost our host.
Still going.
I've done that before. I've accidentally closed the window when I've been streaming. I'm sure he'll
Oh
be
wait,
back.
there's something in private chat. Let's see if that's him.
That's me. I was
Okay.
drop, guys.
Good to meet you, man. I'll check out
Yeah.
your channel too.
Is
Should be able
it
to
what
get
in your
everybody.
channel? What's the full name of yours? Just Genome.
Genome Presents. That's it. I'll put something in the chat down there.
Okay.
I don't know why they changed it where you can't just link right there from the chat, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sub to you as soon as we're done here.
Everyone put something out in the chat too, so I know your full names, just to make sure. I've already got you, Ben.
Cool. Have a good night, David.
Thanks for having me, man.
That mask behind
All right,
you,
Dave.
by the way.
Sorry, buddy. I tried to respond to you, and I about deleted the whole chat. So thanks for joining us tonight.
That's what it was, huh?
I'll talk to you guys later.
So yeah.
Have a good night, dude.
Bye, James. Bye, Sam.
Good night. Did something happen?
No, we were just talking old school UFC.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
Ben got hella pissed at us. I'm just kidding.
I had you making a Dunkin' Donut run.
He said,
That
heck
would've
with
been
this.
fast.
I'll let these guys run the show for a while. I'm going to get some coffee. That's when you know you've made it. Yep.
Well, I'm sure at some point on a late night Sunday, these guys get tired. I don't know
Like
why
I said,
I
I
have
was,
energy.
I was
so.
surprised you guys went 4 hours yesterday, Ben.
What did you say?
I said I was really surprised you guys went 4 hours yesterday.
I'm always down. I mean,
You guys went 7 hours the weekend before, right?
that was a marathon. But then again, it was still like less. I think it was just around midnight or whatever when I stopped streaming. For those other guys, it was 3 in the morning or whatever.
I usually do, on Friday nights, I usually do between 3 and 5 hours. But
yeah, Craig is saying he likes to get Ronda or see Ronda get knocked out too. That is also pretty rewarding. The one dude I actually really, really like to see lose, even though he's a good fighter and everything, is Alistair Overeem.
yeah,
Because like everyone is an underdog against him, and then like when they knock him out, it's just like really great. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, talk about like Dan Henderson and his like left hand being the thing he used. What about Ronda Rousey and her armbar, man? That was like it for her,
yeah, people didn't defend it too well.
No, they didn't.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. If you if you watch a lot of those arm bars, it was not defended. And I get it. I get technique, but like because she comes from a judo background, I don't think people know how to defend it because of the way it was set up. And I think it was defended very difficultly, you know?
Well, they always as soon as the bell rang, they always charged right toward her.
Yeah.
No one ever stayed back and just to see what she would do and how she would handle different looks. They all just charged across the ring trying to get that knockout, trying to beat, before she got them.
That's 100% what happened.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to use the first 2-3 minutes and just get a feel for what they're doing.
I mean, she got who was the other person that knocked her out after Holly Holmes?
Was it
Nunes.
a Cyborg?
It was Nunes.
Yeah, she's a
Nunes.
beast, man.
Nunes took her out. Cyborg and her never got a chance to fight.
Yeah, that is a
The reason
bummer.
is Cyborg didn't want to go down by 1.5 pounds in weight.
I mean, she already cuts a lot of weight.
Yeah, the honorable, but they do a lot of testing in the UFC too. So at the time, she probably wouldn't have passed. So
Yeah.
just
Dave,
a
you're
random
probably
statement
right,
there.
spot on. I mean, that's
Just a
probably the
random
real reason.
It's amazing that, like, you would think if you're a professional athlete in the UFC, you would know your ways around, like, being able to use, like, steroids and not get caught, right? It just seems like
Some weren't very good at it.
Good night, Nomadic Liberty. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, it's Ronda was great, but I mean, just like every great fighter, somebody's going to figure you out at some point. But
I mean,
there's
she
a
wasn't
couple
that-
right now that I don't know that anybody's going to figure him out.
like who?
I don't know if there's anybody that's going to take out Khabib.
He retired, dude. No one needs to. He's done.
Well, they're negotiating. They've been negotiating. He just fought 2 or 3 months ago. But if someone ever tries to renegotiate, like George St. Pierre or somebody, if he comes out of retirement, I don't think there's somebody that's gonna be able to take him.
Khabib, he was a beast. Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly why he even retired. He's still a young dude, right? I mean, he's still.
Well, he just fought 2 months ago, so I don't know if he's staying. I guess he's staying retired. So he fought Justin Gaethje.
I think the last time he fought, he retired like afterwards for some reason. But who knows? Maybe some people just.
Do we think
maybe
John
he's just,
Cena takes steroids?
It's a natural body he's got. Never assume that there's any roids in wrestling.
Man, yeah, when he looks like Colossus. I mean,
just vascularity, my friend, vascularity. It's good vitamins and prayers. He's on the Hulk regimen from the 80s.
Yeah, Flintstone chewables and
back when roids flowed like wine. Yeah.
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 I was reading the other day. I was reading about overdoses from Hollywood back in the 80s and 90s. There was a lot of a mixture of like alcohol along with morphine, and I had no idea that shit was that big back then.
Brody Lee or John Huber? I guess he passed away today.
Yeah, Brody Lee from the WWE. He also is known as he was Luke Harper in the WWE.
I think it sounded like he died of cancer.
He had some type of weird, rare issue with his lungs.
Yeah, only 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior was definitely not. He's definitely natural.
Yeah, all straight natty. There's a story. Someone told a road story about him that he would stop and buy packages of Chips Ahoy, chocolate chip cookies, open them and smell them, and then throw them away. He wouldn't even eat them. That's how dedicated he was,
So that's how he would eat them. Oh wow, that's impressive.
He wouldn't even eat them.
Can you imagine?
He would just smell them. Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's how he would take him in. That's crazy.
That's a less satisfying way I found.
Why do you
Can you
need to just
imagine
put a
doing that?
string through them and use them like an air freshener?
I know, like, why do you keep
Imagine
buying a bag?
Ben, when
Just
you
have a bag of Ziploc and just like.
imagine when you get your pizzas on Saturdays, Ben. Imagine like you can't eat this shit, but you got to just sniff it and then throw it away.
I mean, all you need is a sniff and you're fine. So
Hellwig was a strange cat, man.
No chance.
You've seen his promos, right? Does that surprise you? He would do something like that.
Do you remember his promo with Papa Shango? Any of you guys? We had the black tar coming out of his head.
Remember that one?
Papa Shango put a curse on him, and the curse causes black tar to come out of his head. It happened to Mean Gene as well. And I always thought that, man, like Papa Shango must have been real because I was just a kid. Like, this guy must really know voodoo.
What about Kamala?
Those were some of the last
Kamala.
scary characters in wrestling.
The Ugandan headhunter.
I remember
he just passed away last year. Yeah. The Ugandan giant, the mighty Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with wrestling, but I liked it when I was a kid.
I don't care for the product itself, but I can sit there and watch shoot videos all day. Like the lifestyle those guys led was something else, man.
I can listen to Jim.
Insane.
I can listen to Jim Cornette all day. That guy's always shooting on. He's shooting on everybody.
I know.
Well,
I love to watch.
You're on the road 300 days a week, and you're traveling with guys. You got this crazy shit has to happen.
I mean, they're all hurt. You know, they're always dinged up. So you're always on painkillers and stuff. Like I said, you're never home. It's just crazy, man. Hey, WrestleMania, they said WrestleMania 3, the night before the biggest show ever in history of wrestling business. They were actually like at a small house show or something the night before. It's like they never got no rest, man.
Ben Grimm, yes, Papa Shango was the Godfather. Definitely. He was Kama also. He was he was like a mixed martial art attempt.
But then he was the good father. He was the Godfather, and then he became the good father when he did the right to censor gimmick.
So you know about wrestling a little bit too, huh, Patrick? I didn't know you liked wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I watched. Okay. I used to watch it. I used to like watch it in the 80s. I was always a big fan of the Jobbers. Cool. The Jobbers were the best part.
Yeah, like Dwayne Gill and the Brooklyn Brawler and.
How about when Dwayne Gill did when WCW made him into Gilbert?
They gave him a streak too.
I went to a house show, which is like a small show, and he was wrestling on it as Gilbert. There were 40 people in the stands.
Yeah, he actually still said that he still liked to do a match with Goldberg. I don't think he realizes that Goldberg would not take that. He'd take that seriously, and Gilbert probably would never come out of that ring in one piece.
Well, Bret Hart was never the same, so.
No, after Montreal, no.
No. After Goldberg Goldberg put him out of commission. He did a super kick to him and broke his neck almost.
Oh, geez.
Put him in He didn't position it right, and he went to kick him, but took his fucking head off.
Nobody even know where his spots were.
Right.
I know Craig likes wrestling.
Yeah, Craig's a big
Think about it, Ben. What if we had like a kaiju like wrestling thing, like Godzilla versus,
that's basically every Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was about to say. Is there a ring involved, or is there turnbuckles, or?
I mean, the ring is usually some kind of urban environment. Sometimes they're out in the countryside.
Yeah, but I have a question. Yeah. Wouldn't anybody wrestling Ghidra that'd be a handicap match?
Because of all the heads.
Yeah, 3 against 1.
Yeah, they still.
In Final Wars, there's a pretty good wrestling match between Godzilla and Ghidorah, and then Monster X, right? Yeah.
Remember how about the fight in Final Wars where he where he took out Anguirus, King Caesar, and Rodan.
Oh yeah, they tried to tag team his ass, and he was like, "No, I don't think so." Yeah.
One man
That-
gang. Yeah.
That movie's great because he just like basically he just like stomps through the whole country and like people just are coming up and he's like like defeats them all like super easily. In fact, for all you Broderick lovers, he smashed Zilla in Australia.
Yeah, they said that was a deliberate. Toho wanted to. They were pissed off at Sony and says, "Here, fuck you. Here you go."
And Ben Graham
That's
is
a
right.
great- that's a fun movie.
There actually is a wrestling league for the Kaiju. Check it
Well,
out
you
on
know,
YouTube.
Al from them's Fighting Words / Kaiju Shorts just reviewed Yakuza Apocalypse. I think that's what it was called. But
Yeah,
it
I
was
saw
a Takashi Miike movie, and apparently there's like some like badass martial artist in just a frog suit. You know, I haven't seen it yet, but it sounded like a pretty fun movie, so I would like to check it out.
I saw that at Family Video. I'm gonna have to pick that up.
He
So
said
what
it was
is
good.
what is the big sell on this? Is I'm dying to watch all those now that you guys are talking about these, and I don't know why I've not watched them. Is it just the fighting parts of it, or is there comedical parts in it, or what?
Well, my favorite is the Heisei era, and the Heisei era has like amazing voice acting, like in like a ridiculous way that makes me smile, and the characters are funky. There's I don't know, it's everything really.
Okay,
I would say there's not usually like overt attempts at comedy in those, but there's plenty of things to make you smile.
okay.
I mean, there's some series.
Yeah.
There's some where Godzilla's the main villain, and there's some where he's the hero. And
I like it best when he's the hero, personally.
me too. It's more fun.
But Shin Godzilla, that was a good movie, man. I thought.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw clips of it. Man, it looks amazing.
I mean, I like Shin Godzilla a lot. I would say watch it. It's kind of more like a drama, like a government drama than a Godzilla movie, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, because he wasn't fighting anybody. It was just him. It was just the Earth against him. Sort of like the first movie. Like when there's no monsters from the fight.
And
There you go, Shinobi. Shinobi says Godzilla and Mothra in a stink face match. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Apparently Craig wrestled when he was 17 in a promotion.
Stink face match.
Nice.
Craig, did you want to be a professional wrestler? Is that what you? I got Camp Colebrook for $5 at Family Video.
Does that have who's in that?
That was disappointing.
Danielle Harris.
Okay, Danielle. Yeah.
But that movie was disappointing, though.
I didn't think that way. I was impressed by it. I liked it. I did. I enjoyed it.
I think it got a little hyped up, so I wasn't stoked on it. I don't think I disliked it, but
it just didn't do anything. There was really just no action at all, really. It's just like, it just didn't do anything. Just laid there.
I watched a movie like that on Shudder the other night called Lose. It was just like a drama, but it was on the horror streaming service. It was beautiful.
Was that Lose Flower Evil?
It's just spelled Luz. I don't know if there was a subtitle on it.
It was Colombian, right?
Spanish, I believe.
I think I got that. Someone sent me a streamer of that.
I mean, it's gorgeous, but man, nothing fucking happened. I was like, "Where's the horror, guys?" I was expecting something. I'm a big fan of movies like Midsommar. You know what I mean? I don't mind a long ass slow burn with weird ass questionable horror, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mood for that one.
He's like, can we elevate this to Midsommar, please?
Yeah, seriously, like it felt like it was 3 hours. It was only like 90 minutes, I think.
See,
So you
the
guys got
thing
like
is,
a bottom 10 for this year. What's the 10 worst movies you guys have seen this year?
Oh God, I don't think I could come up with 10 of the worst. Usually those just like go completely out of mind for me, and I'm like onto the ones I like.
it's true. It's a true statement. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I don't think anybody deliberately looks for bad movies. I mean, for more, but it does happen.
I know what one yours is.
Believe it or
Patrick.
not, it's not gonna be on that list. I know which one you're talking about, but it's not gonna make it. A Ouija Shark is gonna get a pass. We had so much fun with that movie that I think it gets a pass.
For those of you that don't know,
I
Patrick has a divine hate for Ouija Shark, the movie. It's
Brett
either he
Kelly is the
secretly
worst.
loves it and he's just bullshitting with us, or he doesn't like it.
No, Brett Kelly is the worst director on this side of Mark Polonia. Those two guys are the shittiest directors, just plain and simple. It's like, and I seriously think that Wild Eye sent me that Ouija Shark. They know how I feel about Brett Kelly. I really think they sent that movie to me just to fuck with me.
Nice.
The Polonio brothers have movies that some people hate. That's for sure. I don't think it was the absolute worst movie I've ever seen, but I'm not dying to see it again. You know?
That was that movie was, which one? Are you talking about the like Sharkenstein or
Ouija Shark.
Amityville Island?
Amityville Island was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely horrendous.
And then Mr. Meathook is the one that turned me on to that Dustin Ferguson guy, and that his movies are dog shit too. And I hadn't even looked at his movies until recently, and it's like, oh my God. I don't understand. I don't understand how they actually make it to the shelves.
Well, the thing is when you're watching a movie like that, though, sometimes they're intentionally made to be shitty because some people like to watch shitty movies.
Yeah,
They're not made to be.
I get that. I get that. Here's how I do when I do my reviews. When I do my reviews, the one of the big criteria when I do a review is, would I buy that movie? Would I buy it if I go to Walmart? Would I pay $15 or $14 or whatever to buy that movie? And if the answer is no, I mean like hell no, then I'm going to say that because it's I can't give the guy the benefit of the doubt. And look at both those guys. Those guys have been making movies for years. They should be getting better, and they don't. Their movies are just like I watched one. I was talking to you about a creature of Cannibal Creek. That movie is a joy. It's a love letter to the creature features of the 50s. It's amazing. Is it a good movie? No, but it's not a bad movie. It's a really good. Put a lot of effort, a lot of love into it. It's a really fun movie.
What's the worst movie that you hate the most or love the most? I mean,
Real quick, Craig. Yes, I plan on getting those pops, Craig, at some point. Definitely. Go ahead, Patrick. I'm sorry.
The favorite movie I've almost done 500 reviews on my blog, and without a doubt, without crystal clear doubt, my favorite movie I reviewed has been a Dark Song.
No, not the favorite. Not your favorite movie. The worst movie that you love the most.
Oh wow, worst one I love the most. Oh, that's a good one. Like I don't know.
And the thing is, the Patrick secretly watches like 5 to 6. We talk often, and I know for a fact he watches anywhere between 3 to 4 movies a day. So this is going to be interesting.
Actually, I have not been able to do that this year, Josh. I've actually cut it down. I've only watched 160 movies this year, and the one I can tell you, the one that's going to probably be like the two movies I hated the most this year was one called Shadow Wolves, and another one was called Dark Power, and those movies were just god awful for different reasons. Like I said, I'm not going to hate on Ouija Shark. I'm just not, because we had so much fun with it. I mean, we passed it around the whole community, got laughs out of it. People watched it. I mean, that's really, that's cool, I think.
It's all in good fun, man. It is a bad movie. We understand what you're saying, but so what would you have to
Um,
put out there if you had to think of something? Let me answer Craig real quick while you're thinking. Craig, if you want to send me those, dude, I have no problem with you doing that. Um, I can send you a personal message if you want to send those. I'd be happy to throw you some shipping or something, man. That would be awesome. But you don't have to get, because I know you like Teen Wolf also, so I don't want you to get rid of stuff that you like. Go ahead, Patrick. I'm sorry.
well, wow, a favorite movie that's bad. You have to get. You
Yeah,
know what? I'll tell you what. I'll come back. I'll come back with that next
up,
week.
David.
I'll come back with that one next week.
So your favorite movie? What was the question again?
The worst movie that you love the most. Chopping Mall is definitely up there.
I absolutely love Chopping Mall. Is
It's
that why
one
you
of my
put that up
favorite.
there, Dave?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd let
Hell
the
yeah.
visual speak for me sometimes.
Hell yeah. That's a great choice.
It was purposeful. It had Garrett Graham. Any movie with Garrett Graham in it deserves extra props anyway. But
Hell
I
yeah.
think my answer is probably Night Killer. I think it's probably Night Killer. That's that's such a bad movie, and it's also so much. I love it so much.
Um,
I have yet to see that.
You're fucking up, Hobbs. You got to get on that, dude. You'll love it. It's crazy. It's bizarre
What
how
did,
bad it is.
where did you get your copy? Did you get it offline or did you?
Severin did a release recently, like within the last couple years, and I got the 7 release, and it looks great, man. It looks amazing. I think you can get it on Prime for like $18.
I thought I seen someone had it for like around $20. I'm dying to see that. I feel like I thought I seen it cheaper even.
Maybe I know I just bought the Severin release for someone for Christmas from Amazon. It was like $18. Yeah,
I agree,
Chopping Mall is
Shinobi.
amazing.
I remember the first time I saw the lasers like blasting out of their faces, man. I just started rolling. I was so laughing. I was laughing so hard in that movie, man. I didn't. That was coming out of left field. I did not expect that to happen.
Patrick, have you
Chopping
seen
Mall.
Chopping Mall?
yeah, I have. I've seen Chopping Mall. It's a really fun movie.
It's got Mary Warrenov in there too. So a lot of it's actually got the guy from they got hung upside down and killed in Friday the 13th Part 2 was in that. Had some other alums in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hell yeah.
Nice, right?
Originally titled The Killbots. Yep.
Yeah.
No shit. One of the movies I would watch while I was working nonstop was Chopping Mall. I'll be talking to customers and watching Chopping Mall. Like legit.
I think I mentioned this on the stream, but I work in a chopping mall scenario. We work in it's an old mall that's been converted into like our headquarters, and we have robots cruising around, and it's just like the perfect storm for a chopping mall scenario.
You should get some little stuff on lanyards to hang around your neck to complete the ensemble, right?
You get a lanyard on it and put Skynet on it.
Dude, that movie is so good, but so cheesy. It's got the perfect 80s feel to it.
It does. It's even got an orgy with 3 friends in a closed down shop.
That's right.
That theme song is great, man.
It is.
Ben Grimm is saying Night Killer is on Tubi. You can watch it for free if you want.
I have
Rick,
Tubi. I will do
Rick?
that. What's up, Rick? Rick is in the house. Rick probably just got done, making all these types of fancy dinners while watching some type of exploitation killer.
I was gonna say, Rick is a guy that can love a bad movie. Rick, what's the worst movie that you love the most?
God, he's got tons, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It is. What about you, Hobbs? Oh, I already know what Hobbs is. Hobbs is Killer Donuts.
That's it. Killer Donuts.
I definitely have not seen that one.
Rick, what we're asking is, what is your? Somebody asked. I can't remember the way you put. What are we asking again?
Like the worst movie that you love the most.
Rick, what is the worst movie that you love the most? And we know that it's not going to be Halloween. So whatever you have else after that.
We know that's the worst movie, but we also know you don't love it the most.
Jason X is another one, by the way. That's another one that I really love.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
me
one.
too.
That
That's
one's
my
super.
favorite. That's my favorite Friday the 13th movie.
That one I really was severely disappointed in when it came out, and I've grown to love it. So
I love it because it's a bad movie that knows it's bad and doesn't try to be good. Those are the ones
No.
that fail the hardest, is when they try to be good, you know?
that's
Yeah,
like
they definitely know they're having fun in that movie.
I always consider
Patrick,
like
do you need the link again?
What do you say, Hobbs?
Patrick, do you need the link again?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. No, I'm here.
Well, somebody
Can you hear
said
me, Hop?
send you the link, and it was have cheatable view.
Oh, I don't know. I just typed into the chat.
Oh, okay.
I still see myself on the screen.
Oh, he
Okay,
just
go ahead. Go ahead.
he
I'm
wants
sorry.
to link to the donuts. He wants you to link him some donuts, dude.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Bengram,
Some killer donuts.
like
Got
in
it.
TerrorVision too. It's one of my favorites as well. That's one of the very first reviews I did on my channel with TerrorVision. That was ages ago.
Oh, Terror Firmer is fantastic.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
I haven't seen Terror Firmer. Good name though.
Is that like
Ben, you've not seen Terror
is it
Firmer?
an aerobic studio or something?
I watched like the first 20 minutes of it, and that was, I was like, whoa,
Trauma.
yeah, it was spicy.
Yeah, the nowadays, like if a movie is if a movie just
Take care,
sucks,
Craig.
I
Thank
don't
you.
love it.
I'll get a hold of you, Craig. Thank you. Have a good night. Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say nowadays, if a movie sucks and I'm not having fun watching it, I kind of turn it off like willy nilly. Back in the days, you'd rent something and you'd watch it, even if it sucked. You'd be like, I just paid like $2 for this. I'm gonna watch the shit out of it. Rick is saying Father's Day. I haven't seen that one.
If I get a really bad movie, I just pay it forward. I have friends who like those kind of movies. I just, if there's something I don't like, I just pay it forward, give it to somebody.
I mean, I rarely like blind buy bad movies. You know what I mean? Like I end up, I'll stream a bad movie if it's, I'll be like, I won't necessarily put down the cash for it, but
Yeah, I don't actively seek out bad movies, but like if they wind up in my collection somehow, I don't usually get rid of them if I find any kind of enjoyment out of them. But
I would say like House by the Cemetery is another movie that's not by definition not a great movie, and I absolutely love it nonetheless.
Okay, that's a good example. I guess you asked me earlier about which bad movie do I love the most. Something like Gates of Hell or The Beyond.
Yeah,
I mean those they're bad, but they're really fun.
all of Fulci's movies are like, they're not great, but they're like, it's like if a child like watched a horror movie and tried to give you like a synopsis of it. It's like that, like put to celluloid, and I love it. It's great.
I remember when I saw Gates of Hell at the drive-in. I remember how surprised I was when I saw Christopher George get his brains pulled out of his head. I'm like, oh, that's so badass.
What's up, Ragman?
Good lathe death in City of the Living Dead.
Another movie that's bad, but I love it a lot, is Grizzly.
that was back when they were doing what was it, Razorback and those kind of horror animal movies.
Yeah. Has anybody put out Razorback at all?
I believe so. I believe so. I think I've seen people review it.
Man,
I don't know if they streamed it.
No, I can't remember who did it. Oh, maybe it was like Umbrella or something. I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to look for that because, man, I saw that when it came out the theater. Man, it was that movie was exciting.
What's up, RD Zombie? Ragman
Okay,
doesn't like found footage. How do you guys feel about found footage movies?
Not really.
found footage has to be spot on for me. Honestly, like even if there's the littlest degree of difficulty, I have a rough time with it.
I mean, you like Hangman.
The only thing bad about
Hangman
found
was
footage
badass,
movies,
definitely.
the only thing bad about found footage movies, as soon as you realize that's what it is, you already know the ending of every damn movie. It's always going to be a doom and gloom because that's the whole point behind the found footage, and that's sort of. Ugh. I like to be surprised a little bit, like. Okay, so like Troll Hunter was really fun.
That was fun.
It went all the way to the end, and then then it ended. You're like, okay, so what happened to them? I mean, why did they start running like that? I mean, it was just weird how that ended. It had a chance to be ending with a normal ending, and then it just went all cockeyed.
I remember, I think it was Vaccine was pretty decent as far as found footage goes, but generally I typically don't care for them too much.
Have you seen Creep? Any of you guys?
Yeah, that was amazing. I loved
That's
it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Creep
Ragman.
and Hangman.
Ragman, what's his name? Who did Creep? Who is the main creep?
Mark
I can't think of his name.
Yeah. He did an amazing acting job in that, I thought, in both movies. Both movies were really good.
Yeah,
And the thing is, if you want the physical copy of Creep, it's expensive. It's like out of print, $30-$40.
You're kidding me.
No,
Wow.
it's that.
I got both.
It's
I got
legit.
both of them. I got both of them.
What were you saying about Creep, Cheetah? I'm sorry.
I got both the movies. I got Creep and Creep 2.
Creep 2 was a great follow-up to Creep, man. I thought that was really good. I thought.
Patrick, have you seen Hangman?
Yeah. That's the guy who wrote that. That's the guy who directed Hunter's Moon, and that's the one that I asked for an interview, and he said yes, and then he saw my review, and then he said no.
That's a real thing. I mean, since I've been reviewing Wild Eye, I've had a couple people in the films reach out to me, and most of them were nice, but there's been one or two people that were like, maybe it wasn't as bad as you think. Maybe you should rewatch it.
Like, dude, it was so bad, I will never rewatch it.
You got people reaching out to you, man. I always had to reach out when I was trying to do interviews. They never came calling to me.
Well, they weren't interviews. Like I review Wild Eye movies on my channel, and like I do hashtags on all my videos, and I think they find it through the hashtags. It's because it's their movie. They were in it, or they directed it, and then somehow, I think because I tag Wild Eye, they get back to me, and a lot of times it's positive stuff. But every now and again, I've had one or two people be like, "Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but this is what was actually supposed to happen. This is why the cover sucked, or this is why the cover looked good, but the movie sucked." Because a lot of times covers for Wild Eye don't match up to the film.
No, not at all.
But they have good covers, though.
Oh, they got wicked
That's
covers.
true.
They got some of the best. The only Wild Eye movie I ever bought, I bought one. I bought Bigfoot versus Zombie because that cover is one of the best ever. That is a wicked cover. So I bought the movie. I got home. Man, I don't think I made it more than 10 minutes of that shit. That thing was so god awful.
I did an interview a while back with Adam Marcus on the channel, and I wasn't too kind with Jason. Jason Goes to Hell, but he's a good sport, man. He didn't care.
That's cool. Hey, Patrick, you're getting a request for Paladin to be on camera. Is there any chance? People in the chat.
Let me see if I can find it.
How do you feel about Jason Goes to Hell, Ben?
It's a movie that I don't like in the franchise, and it's a movie that I think I would like a lot more if I didn't think about Jason Voorhees being in it. You know what I mean? It's a terrible Friday the 13th movie, and it's a decent horror movie, I guess, right? But since I always have to view it through the context of a Friday the 13th movie, I usually say it's pretty bad. Definitely my least favorite in the franchise.
I would love to do interviews at some point, Dave. That's something
You're
definitely for the channel. Oh, there's Paladin.
I got I did a stream with Derek's Horror Corner a couple weeks ago, and I reached out to Tom McLaughlin because I've done an interview with him before, and I said, hey, can you come on and give us an intro to the show? And he did. So I mean, you just got to keep reaching out to people, man. It's a real pain, for every answer you get, there's 20 no's.
Are you familiar with Geek Out Cinema's channel?
Mm-mm.
Steven gets the best interviews. He just interviewed Nev Campbell, and he just interviewed Radio Silence. The guys who are working on the new Scream, and they did Ready or Not, a bunch of other stuff too. But I'm always like, dude, how the fuck are you getting these people? He's like, I just email them, or see him at a convention, and I'm always impressed. He had Dee Wallace on. He had the whole cast from Sleepaway Camp on. I was like, yeah, it's just amazing. I thought.
I am a convention goer, and I wasn't able to go this year. You guys probably know that about me, but I used to do pictures and videos, but I didn't include them in the YouTube because I never had that part of the channel. So I promise you, I will get people on film at the conventions for 2021 if they have them. I'm not going to risk my shit and go get health issues to go to a convention, but I used to always get videos with people, videos with Sid Haig. Love doing that, but asking for interviews was never something I never thought about doing.
They're still doing cons, man. I see Felissa Rose out. I follow her on Instagram. It's like she's always at a con. I'm like, where the fuck are these cons at?
Yeah, that's where they make their living nowadays.
I thought cons were all virtual.
I mean, they are for me, but
yeah.
I somehow she's out there meeting fans. I see her posting with people. She posts a lot.
Hey,
on
Patrick,
Instagram.
Are you seeing these questions in the chat about Paladin?
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's huge. Yeah, he's huge. He's about 20 pounds right now. Yeah,
Paladin's like
it
the tiger from Walking Dead.
Yeah, he has a really strong bite. I can never let him have my hands like this. Always have to have him covered, otherwise he would light me up.
Do you guys remember that viral video? The guy who was slowly walking backwards away from a mountain lion for 10 minutes. It was insane. It was really spooky times. And
see, I watched that, and I always felt bad for the bobcat or whatever, because I thought it had broken legs because the way that it was jumping towards him, but I guess it's just the way he was flying his claws out.
Yeah, he's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, that was spooky times.
Yeah, I had an interview lined up with Andrew Devoff actually, but it hasn't come to fruition. We were actually chatting back and forth, so that was supposed to be my next one. But I had real bad luck this last year with getting it done. You think it'd be easy this time because no conventions going on, right? But
yeah, it's
been a lot of no's this year.
I've met a lot of cool people like Michael Rooker. Unfortunately, I don't remember meeting him, even though I met him, but I was definitely having a few at that time.
Can you guys hear me?
So I met a lot of cool people. A lot of cool people at conventions for sure. I just wonder if they would be pissed if I was like, yo, can I get 3 minutes of your time for my channel? I know you can do cameos, but I don't want to pay for that shit unless I have to,
I don't think that they would be pissed, but I'm always like, if I'm at a con or something, I see a celebrity, in my mind I'm always like, oh, I should talk to them about the channel, see if I can do a little interview or something. Then when I meet them, I'm like, I just don't want to impose. I guess I don't know.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind. I will try. I'm not shy. I definitely will try when I go to the next convention, but I won't be forceful. I try to be very chill with them. Sid Haig was the best person I've ever met, though. He was so cool, man. And he charged less than everybody else, and portions of his proceeds actually went to charity. and it was unbelievable meeting Sid Haig. He was so down to earth. The only person that I really felt that kind of gave me a little bit of attitude was like hurry up was Miguel Nunez
Oh yeah,
from fucking Friday the 13th.
because of those damn enchiladas is why. Yeah.
Right. I almost said that to him because he was in a rush. I almost said that to him, but I'm like, dude, he's gonna punch me. But he's tiny, man. He definitely doesn't look the same, but
We saw how bad he got dwarfed in Return of the Living Dead. So even freaking Linnea Quigley looked bigger than him. You know.
I know, and he just seemed like he had better things to do than to sign my Return of the Living Dead DVD.
And no offense to any of those guys,
here, you know?
Yeah, but they need to realize where their bread is buttered, man. It's like, okay, you were in a small B movie 20 or 30 years ago, man. If people are showing up to pay for your signature now, I'd be very appreciative of it.
Well, the thing that is that
part of that though is that like how many like everyone's got a bad day. And I'm like, I always wonder, like, how many times were they super awesome to like people, and then like, you know, just randomly luck of the draw, some bad shit happened. They just found out their fucking, you know, cousin died or some shit, and like, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
it's very true, and I will say this: that the community, the horror fans, are the best fans out of all the genres, horror and sci-fi.
I'd say that.
Loyal as can get, man. They'll wait 6 hours in line. I waited 8 hours in line to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, and she sat in line and she waited for every single person to sign. Every person. She had her lunch literally while she was signing. She would not leave. She would not leave her table. That's how dedicated she was, and that's how dedicated horror fans are. You know, it's a different type of community for sure. You know, that's one thing I've known that for a long time. Very loyal fans.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, horror people are fucking awesome, obviously. You know?
But, I mean, you see some people you don't want to fuck with at conventions too. Like, you don't want to walk up and be like, hi, you like horror movies? You want to kick it? You see people like that, you just kind of stay away from. But then you get people that will chat with you in line. I've had people buy me beers in line. I've bought drinks for people in line. Just having a good time, you know. It's just conventions are great.
Yeah, it is kind of a bummer. I kind of wanted to go to Texas Frightmare Weekend this year. I had in my mind like, oh, I should just do like a little excursion trip. Just, you know, I had like at the time I had a bunch of vacation time stacked up. I was bouncing off the limit. But of course,
that's probably the second one or two convention in the U.S. Texas Frightmare.
I thought it would have been fun to go.
I think the one in Miami, SpookyCon or Spooky Empire, I believe is the top, and then it's Texas Frightmare. Those two go back and forth. But the ones around here in Ohio, we have Horror Hound, and we have Day of the Dead, and then we have in Kentucky, which is not too far from here, we have the Fright Night Film Festival, and we have Scarefest at Paranormal Convention and Horror Convention. So it's kind of a mixed bag. You get a lot of people that connect with horror people that are in the paranormal convention type stuff too. You know, some of my subscribers are actually paranormal investigators, so it's crazy. You know, you get a little mixture of everything.
I buy that. There's a lot of crossover. I'm surprised you haven't met Cody before. Just randomly.
You know what? Yeah, we planned on meeting this year. For beer, and we were gonna meet some people, and it just fell through because of the COVID. I still have my ticket for this year. In fact, it's already paid for when they have it again for the Horror Hound. But so, what do you guys think? Are we winding it down here, or what? Are you guys getting tired, or what?
I should probably be somewhat responsible.
Yeah,
true. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I think I am going to sign off here. I've watched Ernest Scared Stupid twice now since I've been on the chat. Literally straight through,
Like
repeat.
he does it with work, and now
Every-
he does it with streaming. It's the same thing. So.
Exactly. Got to have some background. But it's been nice chat with you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. We'll be back next Sunday. And you guys have anything else you want to say? Anybody in the chat have anything else they want to go over?
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone in the chat. Thanks for swinging by. Hobbs, thanks for having me. Dave,
No
nice to
problem.
meet you.
Thanks for coming on. If you guys are interested to have everybody back on next week, I'll catch up with you guys later.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Night though.